FGC related. So we're talking grassroots. We're talking esports. We're talking a little bit of drama sprinkled in there. Tech. We got some tech today. We definitely we are literally picking the ground raw of people that are playing with Falk.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be so fun because like, I'll just save it.
It's
There's so much about this character.
So we're gonna get the different impressions later down the line. It's gonna be on our focus stack later, where we're gonna get impressions from people that have just picked her up to have been just she did just drop. So technically she's still fresh meat, but we're gonna have impressions from people that had just picked her up, that have been playing her since day one, and are just like wanting to main her. So we're gonna get kind of the different perspectives, the different tiers.
I'm glad I don't main her.
Like Pokemon levels.
I'll tell you that. I'm glad I don't main her. I was one of those people who's like, this new character's coming out. That's me. Like how we did our Injustice thing.
Like everything else, yeah.
That's me, guys.
Every Injustice player ever.
Yeah, no, I'm not jumping on that.
So, yeah, real quick, if you guys want to, give us a shout out on Twitter, we are at DoubleTapFGC. You can follow us there, and at Nerd Street Gamers. Make sure to follow both of those accounts because we tend to get updates for this show. They're live before and after. We do a little bit of mess around afterwards, and we like to post there. But we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna go right into our game updates. Meza, hit me. What do we have this week?
Guys,
look, we got some good stuff actually. I just realized we have some of that.
We'll start off with the most important one, which is the 3 new characters that was released for Blaze Blue Cross Tag, which you guys will be seeing here in a minute. I'm just gonna let it rock, and then we'll go through the characters because I think it's easier that way.
So it's 3 new characters.
Three, not new, but like they're 3 additional.
There's one new.
There's
right?
one. Technically, it's
the Blom Bomb herself. Isn't she one of the new ones? Or
we'll get to her. Okay. She's new, but we've been waiting. So she's actually not in this preview, which is surprising.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna let this rock here.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first character you guys are gonna see here is Naoto. Naoto is obviously coming from P4 US. You or
I'm
A.
an Naoto player myself.
Oh really? Oh god.
First character I picked up, very fun.
So I'm pretty sure you're. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Very early vanilla. So Naoto, let's put a pause on that. So Naoto plays a lot of trap. If it's gonna transition a lot, she's gonna be playing a lot of traps. Yep. She is a zoner. She does have some decent normals. Like even in the P4 time, she was played, but she was rather gimmicky. Like her game was rather one-dimensional. But you can get some really dirty stuff at the same time, but it's very situational. So she never really found herself in a lot of play, at least all the way through vanilla P4, and I think a little bit after Max, or by the end of the game, which was Max. I think,
P4AU Ultimax, yeah.
Ultimax, yeah. She got shifted a little bit by then. I don't know how. The traps thing I think is going to be fun. It's going to translate pretty well into this game, but I hope the issues that she had previously kind of will make up. I don't know how the personas are going to play exactly.
From what we've been told, personas cannot be broken, so nobody has to worry about them. That's
scary. Okay, there you go. That was
very scary now.
That was a big thing because her persona was very susceptible because it used to just do these slashing motions and would kind of move forward away from you. Yep. You'd always want to, in that game, you always had to protect your persona. Your persona would do something, will have your back, and then you would have to have the persona's back or else it would get broken, like you said.
Exactly.
And then you're at a massive disadvantage when that happens. So hers was particularly bad because it would move away from you, and the recovery was like really long, and you could just body the persona for free. It was just like I think 4 hits, something like that. It wasn't nothing too special or too fast. The whole point of it was really a combo extender. So even if you put it out there, you always had the chance for it to just get destroyed on the spot. So
I'm just curious if they kept her marks. The way she used to kill people instantly.
Yeah, the insta kills. Yeah, if you had a certain amount of marks, it was like KO no matter what.
I kind of want it to stay in the game. Because now that there's 2 characters that can be played, maybe she can do it maybe once only. That'd be kind of nice. So we'll see.
Let me help you out here, buddy.
Okay. There we go.
There you go.
So, maybe that might be something that we see come back, or it might be altered because this is a different game now.
Yeah. I didn't know about the persona not breaking. That means the persona characters already fundamentally, like they lost a weakness. Like
the biggest weakness.
Like half the time, if their persona was broken, that character was like broken, but not in the good sense of broken, as in it was half a character now.
So I'm curious to see how like characters like Norakami come back, like you Norakami, because they were a problem. Like people like Rover playing that character and just making it so hard. So.
Okay, so
no more
the
personas,
detective, but she's DLC. Yeah, she's.
Oh yeah, all these characters are DLC, guys. So that's something to keep in mind.
What else we guy?
So we obviously have Batista.
Is this the? Okay, I thought this was the samurai.
Oh, no.
We had just seen Eunice being played at Go for Broke, and that girl was the thing. I can't remember her name.
Oh, the one with the sword. I believe that's.
So what about this character?
Okay, so Batista, I can tell you guys a little bit more about her. She's kind of like the Guile of Eunice.
Super turtley, super lame.
Oh,
like
man.
you have to come to me kind of deal.
Yeah, but she can also be aggressive. So it's kind of like that newer age, like
Street
it's
Fighter
like
5 guy. Not so,
a little
like he can turtle, but like he can really be offensive. He can really oppress.
Yes, I'll put it more like this. It's like if Dominion and Knuckle Dew both came together.
Okay, helps with that.
We would have not fused, right?
No, we wouldn't, no.
But if they came together and they fused together, this is what you got. Batista that can be aggressive. She can also she has a flash kick, so
Okay.
that's kind of why we call her Guile. But she has a lot of moves that move her forward. She's kind of like I guess you could say V13 of Eunice.
Okay.
But she has a lot of other tools, so you're gonna see her putting stuff out. She's gonna be able to do setups.
She's gonna fill the screen a lot.
She's gonna fill the screen. She's gonna be able.
That sounds like Rainbow Edition guy.
It's so
just
weird.
Sonic Boom all day, and then the frame rate's gonna drop, and then you just get bodied.
Oh God.
Shout outs to Rainbow Edition. That was a fun mod.
Well, we kind of got something like that now.
Something like that.
That mystery Street
mod.
Fighter. Yeah. But no, definitely not someone to sleep on. This character is definitely gonna probably be one of those more straightforward but harder to deal with characters. Hopefully her sister really good on top of that too. But she looks really solid.
Okay. And last but not least,
this is the most anticipated character that people wanted in this game. Besides, obviously the one we're gonna talk about. This is one of the characters people were kind of mad that wasn't announced earlier.
You thought you could get away. You thought you had enough Blaze Blue? No, there's more Blaze Blue.
Oh man.
Hakuma.
And that is going to hurt. So there's a little bit to be said here. And I was talking obviously with like Giuliano and some of the other people around, and we talked about characters who we started off with Personas not being breakable this time.
Oh wait, yeah, is his thing like the same?
Now we're saying he might have those automatically.
So
he may not have to actually do those.
Okay, so there's to it. So all right, for those that didn't play Hakuman or didn't play Blaze Blue at all, he has a special mechanic where you needed to land certain hits to get certain like symbols or have access to certain moves, correct?
That would open up more moves.
Okay, yeah. So it was like Rekkas to unlock more Rekkas. And, obviously if he has them full, then he can do the most damage. He's the most dangerous. That was the point of the character. Like, you get rewarded for getting those hits in, but you have to like really be honest and get it. Because when he doesn't have them, he's kind of lackluster.
He's super honest. He's really honest character.
So the fact that they might take that away once again, like, and have him have access to all those moves. The only way they could balance that is that make those moves like
weaker.
Ass.
That's
like,
it.
Just make them butt, because if they let it rock as power, because he had like touch of deaths, like
with
1 meter or like one super with all 7 Rekkas and stuff like that.
Yeah, as you saw the super that he did, where he held the sword up and went down, that used to do a ton of damage. That looked like it did nothing really. So I can definitely see they probably toned down his damage overall.
They scaled it,
Yeah. But guys, obviously Hakuman is also as well a DLC character that's going to be entering. So before we continue, I'll just let it rock out while. There's supposed to be 31 playable characters, including, I believe, the DLC as well. That's something to kind of keep note. That's a lot of characters. We still have probably more coming. So if you guys actually look here a little bit earlier, so something to note, Azrael, I found out his marks are permanent. So he doesn't have to choose anymore.
Okay.
So a lot of the stuff that was the mechanics that were in the previous games, they just scratched it and said it's automatically given to them because they feel it would be too much to add extra bars, extra this, extra that, which it simplifies it, but it also makes the game more kind of.
It makes the characters more competitive, much more busted potentially, more
which is fine. I mean,
because most of the times those mechanics are there too because they need to check the character's design in the first place, and taking that away. Of course, they're not stupid. They know that they have to rebalance it in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah.
So, this is also this is kind of moving from there. The 3 new characters, guys. This is following the 4th character that we've been wanting to see ourselves. And people were kind of mad because we didn't get a proper trailer. So instead of a proper trailer, they gave us a breakdown of all of Yang's moves on Arc System Works.
Yeah.
And this is kind of, I'm sorry, her design looks very cheesy. It looks very crappy. I don't think it's...
Wow, yo, you're coming out the gate. I thought
Dude,
you were
I
about
mean,
to be
look,
like, yo, this is
look at her.
God.
She does not look very clean. I'm very disappointed. Like,
Maybe
you
it's
can see
just the
from her-
resolution. Is it this? Hey, producer, is this the monitor? No,
Definitely not,
no, it's
because
not
I
the
checked it at
monitor.
home, and then she looks really cartoony. And I do get it, but at the same time, she's very stiff, short. She looks like Makoto.
She reminds me of Bullet.
Bullet and Makoto put together.
Bullet, Makoto. Let me see. Ooh.
Like, her moveset's pretty cool.
Yeah, it looks dope as shit.
But see, that burning reminds me of Makoto, like you said.
Yeah.
So, and those are definitely BlazBlue effects that we've always seen. So, but like I said, I just feel like the character is still incomplete. If this is what, if they're just showing it to us a little bit, the character's incomplete.
So she's got like, so her big thing, Yang's big thing, she has like guns on her face,
Yeah.
right? Like, just like Ruby with her sights, she shoots the lead as well as she pumps out the damage. So she can, looks like ricochet, or she has them in many different air fire or fireballs in different angles. She's got like the shoulder hit right
I'm
afterwards.
curious.
Kind of reminiscent of Yang almost.
So you see how she always has to like kind of like do that reload?
That I was
animation?
gonna bring that up because I did see that. Like that was like the first thing I noticed. After like every move, like it's cool that she's like she's unloading, she's getting rid of the cartridge. Is that a mandatory animation? Like
Yeah, like after
if
set.
it is, that nullifies any kind of knockdown progress that she would have if you use those specials. Because if it's mandatory and she has to eat those frames every time, then she has like no setups on knockdown, which
Yeah.
means like ass, like instant. Like unless these moves are just really good, unless they deal out really good damage or she has some really insane mix-up that we're just not aware of. Like having that mandatory animation at the end is gonna kill her progression on knockdown, on setups. Like her setups have to be so specific.
Well, remember, this is a versus game, so she might be able to abuse the system to be her setup mechanic. So maybe she might have restands more than anything.
Yeah, that's
but
also true.
I'm
Of course, this is
thinking-
all beta, guys.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
still-
know.
it's
I don't know
still-
what's gonna happen. It's just impressions.
It's still in the works, I'm pretty sure. But from what I can tell, she seems like she has good tools. But at the end of the day, we still don't know. I think it's gonna be something we definitely have to get our hands on because she looks like a cool character, just still underdeveloped for sure.
Did they say this was a finished version of her?
Nobody ever said anything.
I remember there was a translation on this.
We haven't had any. This just happened literally a few days ago. So nobody said anything, and it's been kind of like crazy because everybody's been like, "Oh my God, she's out now. She's gonna be playable." But
Just in time for the GameStop demos?
no,
I don't think so.
unfortunately no.
Well, she's DLC, so
Yeah.
So
So
no.
they did say 31 playable characters.
She is
for
DLC,
Emo.
but she's free.
She's free.
You do not pay for any of the movie characters. You do not pay for. So okay, look right there. She's got an overhead
Yeah.
as well. Like so, she might. So Rekka's rather machine gun pocket. So maybe in case you're trying to press a button to counter her overhead or something like that, she's got a little bit of mix-up game like that.
Yeah, that was it for her. They didn't have much else there going on.
Okay.
So my thing is this, because moving forward, we know that she's kind of how can I put it? She's a character that seems like she's gonna be different and not as simplistic.
She's gonna be. I think the opposite. I think she's gonna be aggressive, and that's gonna be her main game. Like her fireballs looked good. I don't know how well you can zone with them. But she's just going to be a brawler. Like, she's just going to be in your face, and that's going to be her point. She's going to pummel you into the ground. That's going to be her whole point of her entire gameplay.
I'm actually curious to see if she is going to – so we do know she's reloading, right? Mm-hmm. So my thing is maybe she only has – because you don't ever see her reload. You don't see a
UI. You think there's only a certain amount? Like
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe she might have cartridges? Like 5 cartridges, and those are big – combo extenders.
That'd be really weird considering
nobody else has it.
Why would they apply a mechanic to a specific character mechanic to her if they're taking it away from other
Ruby
known characters just because it's Ruby?
Yeah, I mean, you would want to stay true to what Ruby fans know, and it's, something familiar.
Is that really like the only fans you're catering? I mean, okay.
If we were specifically saying their characters,
so
exactly.
Maybe they're just.
You would want them to be as close as possible.
I don't know if they have a counter on her, that kind of will limit her even more. So if you're telling me if they have a counter for her ammo, like that she needs a certain amount of cartridges, then her animation should not be mandatory.
makes sense.
That's like too
Makes
many.
sense.
That's
Too many
limiting
things.
the character like too much for me.
I don't
It's
know.
not a
I mean,
free
I'm
flow,
pretty sure
so.
it's not going to be there, but if they did, I would say give her the Naruto effect where she has to maybe do like down something, and she just like real quick
Just
like
reload. Oh yeah, because Naruto
Yeah.
used to have to reload as well. It was only like
Exactly.
6 shots, and then that was part of the game plan too. Like you
Yeah.
would zone, and then you're like, oh, I'm out of zoning bullets. Let me
unlike
reload.
I guess who we
So
don't know
house
if
it a day.
I guess is going to have the machine gun and only have 125, 150, I believe it was, bullets.
Oh, for Aegis?
Yeah, Aegis.
Yeah.
Because she had that before.
Yes, she had a
So-
bullet count too.
Is that going to be a thing? Is that going to be like lessened? These are like the little things that we don't know that hopefully I don't know if the GameStop version had it.
I
I'm
don't
pretty
think
sure they only have-
Ruby had one. I mean, she has a gun. I don't think
yeah,
she
I
had to
don't-
worry
I don't-
about that.
I don't know how she does that.
So
She
I don't
just-
think so. That'd be.
She has like
so much.
100 pump action.
Yeah.
And she just keeps going.
And then she slices you in half, one or the other. So cross tag battle is still set for Japan for May 31st release.
Yes.
May 31st release.
June
5th. I
For
thought
us.
first. Oh yeah, so
Man.
June 5th for us in
I
America.
wish the first.
Have you seen any GameStop demos out in the wild yet?
Okay,
I kept hearing the rumors. I
so
haven't gone out to check yet.
There are quite a few. Mostly in the malls. So if you guys want to look for any of them, look for the mall. Like all your local malls should have a brand new kiosk, like machine, or rather, it's weirdly set up where you can't undo stuff.
Mhm.
So it'll have one controller, preferably, and that'll probably be where it's loaded onto.
Oh, yeah, I heard it was one player, not multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly. So if that's the case, guys, keep in mind this is going to be something you want to go check out. I know I talked with some people here that have tried to go and see. They haven't yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Giuliano said he wanted to go with me, so we're probably going to go next week if you guys want to check that out. I'll be doing a vlog. Yeah, I'll be doing a vlog for it. So,
There you go.
but yeah, I definitely think I heard there was like 4 or 5 playable characters or something like that. So I think Ruby was one of them.
Okay.
So
That-
I want to
that's-
definitely get my hands on
Yeah, I
that.
think just one from each character, one from each franchise, and then just like you can add an extra 2 blades or
Yeah.
something like that. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, so that does it for Blaze Blue Tag Battle. What do we ain't got nothing on Tekken, man.
No, man.
Tekken's kind of barren.
Tekken
Was
sleeper
Noctis
mode,
the proverbial nut that busted and then went to sleep?
I think Noctis was just the start of something new.
Think they're gonna have another season of characters? Is that gonna round out the
Honestly,
guest
if they do, I don't know what the hell they're going to bring to the table. They kind of topped themselves.
list? They did do a pretty damn
Like
good job.
the worst thing the only thing I can see them doing is start bringing in characters from like older fighting games. Like I'm talking about like Bloody
Karate Man?
Roar.
Oh, we're already doing that. G, remember G? Remember that whole like rumor that in Street Fighter V that G's
That's
the
not
guy from
confirmed.
Bloody Roar.
That's not confirmed yet.
But
Give
I
me
don't
some
think- but it's
confirmation.
But I don't think it's been denied either. And Capcom did say something about
Alright,
they're
fair enough.
supposed to be bridging gaps and stuff like that.
I mean, we do have Darkstalker outfits and all this
yeah,
other
but
stuff going
but
on.
I saw one of the other things that they're releasing, and they're not. That's not like hinting at anything. They are reaching. That's what they're
They
doing.
really
All
are.
right. All right. So what do we got with Injustice? Oh, so we got patches for Injustice.
Yes,
2?
we do. So a lot of people, obviously, if you guys don't know, Injustice has been kind of going through a drought for a while. They've had their post series kicking in mostly. So now they finally got some UI, well, a lot of changes, more than just the UI. I'm just going to zoom that in a little bit so we
What
can
do we
all
got?
see that. So they did some general gameplay fixes.
Quality of life stuff. That's pretty
Yeah,
standard
story
procedure
mode,
stuff.
all that good stuff.
Stage specific adjustments, background interactions being thrown in during their.
Throw immune. during
Yeah,
the-
yeah. Sometimes I've seen that where like you do an actual environmental attack, or an interaction, and
And you
then
can
like after
throw?
and say you dodge. No, like say you're dodging, you try to punish. Sometimes the opponent will still be throw immune.
Oh.
They can't
So
on their recovery
That's
recovery
crazy.
frames they will still be throw immune.
That's actually really bad.
It's happened, I think, in Superman stage. Oh my God! Why
Is
am
that
I,
the-
why am I blanking?
the
on
Daily
s-
Bugle?
No,
Why
bro.
did I just say
his
that?
actual lair.
I was right about that, right? The Daily Bugle, right? Or is that Spider-Man?
I think that's Spider-Man, bro. Oh my.
They're like
God.
the same people.
I don't want to hear it. Anyway, yeah. Fortress of Solitude. There we go. Fortress of Solitude.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely one. I didn't list any other ones, but from what I understand, I know that was one
I
because
wonder
there was
the-
word on the streets and the forums and stuff about.
I wonder if that was something also that was in Injustice 1 that they just never noticed.
I don't
You
know.
know, sometimes it's
Justice
like
one
stuff-
was such a prototype.
Yeah. Well,
What is it? Unblockable interactables. Oh my God, those days are
stupidest
over.
thing ever.
So we got some more quality of life fixes for Atom, Batman. I mean for Atom, Batman, and then we got Black Adam. I know he got some changes because we had Killtron here at Go for Broke, and Killtron, a known Injustice 2 player, a known just overall good player, but definitely specifies more Injustice. Was a great Jax player in MKX and MK9, and he's been a Black Adam player since I think forever.
He started day one, and then he went to Green Lantern.
He went
but
Green
then he
Lantern
went back.
for a little bit, but then Black Adam kind of pulled him back in.
But this is big.
He told me things like, the lightning, the meter burn lightning has now been turned down. It's no longer throw immune, and like there's also a gap now between 2 and 3. Or no, what is it? 2 and 3, or is it like crouching? Like not only that, but also like this is like a little bit of a hidden one. I don't think I see it on this list, but it's like now crouching 1 to lightning. It's like there is no gap, so you can actually punish Adam. You can actually hit a button in between.
Whoa! So it's not a frame trap anymore.
It isn't. It isn't just free anymore. But then he says like, well, I know you know that. Like if you neutral jump once, then it makes the Black Adam player go like, okay, well, I'm gonna now like down to you
for big damage.
So down to you for even more. I would have taken the lightning over that.
Yeah.
So so slight tweaks here and there. Nothing that's like destroying a character. It's just like new season. I don't know. Here's the thing,
like
though.
Slight damage reductions.
It's weird that they decided to put out this patch now after they announced the new season, the Pro League season, and they're not doing it before and then let it rock afterwards.
I'm curious if this was a good timing anyway, because it seems like what tournaments have they had that are really big?
Combo Breaker is coming up.
Oh, true.
Combo Breaker is coming up. That is literally home of NRS.
True.
Home of Mortal Kombat.
Isn't online also
Clash
doing
of the Titans?
Yeah, isn't that going on?
The War of the Gods or Clash of Clash of something. I think it's the Titans. I can't remember. But that one's still going on. That season's still happening. Because as a matter of fact, Killtron, I believe, was on it.
Oh, yeah.
The last one.
He was.
So, yeah, I mean.
There's some slight changes here.
Hold on, go to Firestorm. Let me see.
Oh, yeah, Firestorm? Okay. I actually talked with John Nitty.
Known day one Firestorm. Shout out to John
loves
Nitty.
Him. Loves him some
hot
Firestorm.
dog guy. Have you ever been to an FGC event? Forever lives the hot dog.
What a crown now.
Yeah.
He actually said Firestorm is nerfed. And he doesn't feel it's ridiculous, but he was like, he is nerfed.
Everybody was playing him. Like, everybody was playing Firestorm for a while. Once, like, Sonic won a tournament with them, like, you just kept seeing, for one, a lot of pro players practice against them and then just play the character, and then you saw an uptake of Firestorms actually online. So, yeah, the character had some free stuff. It was pretty solid, abusable as well. But, yeah, you can definitely tell this is definitely a nerf. So, Atomic Burst, Meter Burn has 5 less frames of block. I'm pretty sure that's when he, like, it's the circle around him where he busts out. Just straight he gives him the good feels good body, or what is it? Will's good body. She's like, yeah, one of those. Yeah, that thing was solid. Like 5 frames less of blocks and slightly increased damage scaling.
That's good though.
So now you're not really as locked down because he could use that to kind of really like in the corner, certain spaces, he could just lock you down. You couldn't even jump because it's just it's an entire hit circle on him. So you couldn't even do anything.
I feel like this is good though because that increased damage is going to feel like they are rewarded for using it now.
Well, it's damage scaling. So that means it's a nerf.
Mind.
It's a nerf. It's a nerf.
Sorry,
He's
guys.
losing damage. He's
that
losing
sucks for you.
Yeah, so he has 5 less hit. What is it? 5 less hit advantage, 5 less block stun, and 3 more recovery frames on miss on his Molten Trap.
Damn, that sucks. Actually,
and that's one of his key things. It's always the down 1 Molten Trap because that's low, and you have to guess on whether or not he's gonna press it because he could just like tick throw you. He could forward 3.
They have to commit to it now.
Yeah, a little bit more. I don't know how hard. I mean, if it's 5 less hit advantage, 5 less block stun.
So that's hypothetically
now it most likely is at least punishable. At least a little bit more punishable.
I would say if it was anything, it was originally like -3. It had to be stopped by down 1. -5 or 6, right?
It had to be something.
Because it should be down 1 checkable. But if it wasn't down 1 checkable before,
I don't think so. And this is
if it's not down 1 checkable,
this is just regular. Is this meter? This is just regular.
Yeah. So that means this should be down 1 checkable now.
And they nerfed the meter burn too. So yeah, the meter burn one was the one that was just like really like you were not punishing him. Now it's got 13 less hit advantage and 5 more recovery frames on miss. And that's on miss though. Actually, that's not even on block stun. So it's still good on EX. So it's still good on EX. It's just now like on miss if you just.
So I guess
you're gonna get really punished. So like
I guess Molten Trap is the one that would get punished hard if
just
you
regular,
EX meter burn.
Because it really didn't make us because you would use the EX version just to because you would delay it.
Safe,
You could still wait even if I hit you with Molten You can still wait like a couple frames before hitting the EX button. You know how you can delay EXs sometimes. his big thing was he could like his gimmick was that was his combo starter. So if he waited those extra frames and you got hit with it, it was a free 30 something, maybe even 40 something % damage if you decided to press a button. So there's really no backlash for him to now do it on hit still because it doesn't make sense. If I'm spending meter, I really shouldn't be punished that hard because I dedicated resources to it. But because it's like literally like his entire kit kind of goes around that, or rather his damage on a competitive sense, like his optimized combos really come from that because you meter burn, back 3, then you start your juggle into like the actual burst. You get a couple of those in, and then you can even get like meaties afterwards. You can even get a meaty molten afterwards, which is pretty disgusting. It makes sense that if you don't commit with your resources, you will get punished. That makes sense. That's the way they're kind of like making it.
Which is good because that's how MK was. It was commit to, well, most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Not everybody was like
most of the time, it was commit to your resources so that you stay safe and still can pressure.
So I'm seeing Graz, he's got a slight like buff as well, his movement speeds.
Yeah, I saw somebody do some new combo thing with him, which led to some like really random setup. So maybe this is an overall good thing for him.
Yeah, buffs are always good.
Yeah. Hellboy still broken.
Yeah, right. While hero power is active, it safe reduce. It's normal. Yeah. So see, after this, it's just not too much. Like I think, besides Grodd, Firestorm, it looked like Captain Cold had like some of the most tweaks to him. Well, Fate did as well. Yeah. But Cold definitely got
a lot of changes.
Less recovery. Wow. Wait, no, he got like a nice buff. Prison Break, away, medium, hard, and has 2 active frames, 9 less recovery, and it's +4 on block, up from +2, and has his hit region adjusted. That sounds gross. Whatever that is, that sounds insane. I'm not sure what move that is. Prison break. I don't know if that's the wall. If that's, I don't think that's the wall, but
away medium. See, I don't know these numbers.
Away medium.
That's
hard.
2.
Oh,
right?
that's a string. Okay, that's a string.
Yeah.
Sorry. Wow.
Definitely knew that.
But
I just wasn't sure.
I don't think that's his. I don't think that's his string that he moves
that's
forward.
That's 2-3-2.
Yeah, 2-3-2.
It's definitely not that.
I think it's like a low, like it's like a mid-low mid or something, or mid-low overhead, something like that. Well, it's +4 now, so that sounds like a good string. I'll have to double check which one that is. But yeah, so solid overall list. This went live already, correct, or is this just notes?
No, this went live. To my knowledge, they said it was live.
I think it's at the top. Yeah, April update. Well, it just says April update. Doesn't really tell us.
Pretty sure it's live.
We'll have to double check. I want to say it is because
I saw it said it was live.
Said because Kiltron said those were the changes.
Yeah, because John Nitty was dealing with it too. Yeah.
Okay, so this is live.
So that was, I believe, Sunday.
All right, dope. So yeah, so for those Injustice, getting that nice boost of not relevance, I don't think it never went away, but rather, they're just keeping up with it. That's good. They're still supporting it. Of course, with the season happening and starting up again, they want to just kind of fresh the meta up a little bit. They don't want a million Firestorms in top 8.
I mean,
nobody wants that.
You want the diversity,
but nobody wants that.
You want the diversity to still be big. Like, you want to see Catwoman come back still and be played.
Fuck no, I do not want to see
her
come
back. You don't want to see her?
Fuck no.
I mean, there's only like 2 Catwoman players.
16-bit can hold that. I do not want to see.
There's only like 2 Catwoman players in the world that actually are doing something. So it's 16-bit and Sejam.
Sejam got bodied by Cold.
Is it Sejam?
Not Sejam. That's
how do I say his name? I always forget it.
Now you're putting me on the spot. I can't remember either.
It's Saliem. Salem.
We know you guys.
You know who he is. So
yeah, that does it for Injustice. So what else we got?
So surprisingly, guys, we have nothing for KOF, and obviously we talked about ARMS not too long ago, but nothing there too. But
this
is the meat. All right, this is where it gets very interesting. So let's talk about this first. It's somewhat the patches that are going around, being talked about, which it is real. It is very real. It was said on the Bandai Namco stream, I believe they had it on. And then
they had announcements. They didn't show specifics.
Yeah.
But what it was is they talked about what they want, what they're looking at now. So Dragon Ball FighterZ is getting its first patch, as you can see on the screen right now. Yeah, Dragon Ball FighterZ is getting its first patch. They are talking about characters, but they're not ending it at just characters. They're talking UI, and they're even talking system. And by system, we're talking the mechanics: Vanish, Reflect, Dragon Rush. All those are getting work. Maybe even the Dragon Balls. For all
Dragon Balls just need to. Okay. So
I think Dragon Balls are fine where they're at.
I think they're good because they're not seen in competitive gameplay.
They should.
But I think they should just be taken out completely out of competitive gameplay.
An option.
Yes, because I
Dragon Radar off.
It's not very strong, but in a situation where some of these characters are now benefiting from it because most of their stuff is auto combos.
Yeah.
They're gaining. I'm seeing auto combos be used a lot more. Like, I play Trunks. Auto combos, like, godly for me. Brawly players, they use it in their combos because they have to. Like, these characters are starting to benefit from it more, and that actually might be more of a problem. So I don't know if they're planning to tweak it so that everybody gets access to that that route a little bit or another route, but I kind of think it's fine where it is. I just think it should be accessible if we could turn it on or off. Like, competitive mode should just be turned off.
That'd be nice.
No need to see it because we aren't seeing it now.
So what we got here is so this was I saw a different tweet. It was
there's another one.
Oh,
there's the J-Unit.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what I wanted to tell. So Juna tweeted out the DBC patch is not just character. Yeah, they're just in the system. Exactly. Sparking, Dragon Rush, Vanish, Super Dash, Go One thinks the system right now is incredibly good and unsure as what they want to change.
I don't have a problem with the system except for one thing.
What's your issue?
My biggest issue is Vanish needs to either always be negative, or it needs to be something negative. Like, it can't just be like, oh, the height's too high, now it's negative and it's not your turn. But you don't like. I'm okay not getting punished.
I didn't realize height also mattered on it.
Height, depending if your opponent jumps, all these things take into account.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Some of those things, like when you block in the air, you can like instantly recover quicker because you went land on the ground. You're instantly neutral than you blocking on it. Yeah, okay.
But then you have times where
up back was so important in Marvel 3.
Exactly. So what's weird is sometimes you'll do Vanish, it'll put you on the ground, and if you go to try to do light, you'll get stuffed.
Okay.
And for some reason, it's mixed, depending on what move you do beforehand or if you do it raw. So I think they need to solidify that and say, look,
make it consistent across the board.
Exactly, because there's too many situational problems here.
I like the idea of situational because it gives it more depth.
But we all need to know it though. That's the thing. Like,
well, then you're telling me everyone needs to grind. Oh my god.
But I'm just saying, if I do it,
who the fuck would have thought you need to grind to be good?
I'm just saying, if I do it to Gotenks and then I do it to Brawly and it's completely different. Because of their body sizes or something like that.
There's
that's understandable.
We've been doing that like for years. It's called you have character-specific combos. Well, you have character-specific vanishes.
For everyone?
Yeah, for everyone.
I'm just saying Goku and Goku Black?
Body type.
Okay,
no. It shouldn't be that. Yeah, okay. It shouldn't be that ridiculous, but I'm thinking body type. That's all.
I'm okay with that.
If they make it to that, that's fine. You know, categorize it from small, normal, and then Broly.
I'm okay with that.
You know, in big bodies. That's fine. That's normal. That happens all the time. People got their Abigail combos versus, Akuma combo.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want them to change the combo system or the size system because there is some really cool stuff that at least I've been fighting with Cell. That
Cell's a plane, bro. He just all over.
There's some stuff he can't do to small characters that he has to alter.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
But there's also certain things he can't do to Goku that he does to bigger characters like Cell. So it's very cool, but I don't think they need to change. One, don't change the super dash mechanic. I think that's fine. Super dashing is not meant to be abused, and it seems like nobody's really able to abuse it if you have good reaction.
Yeah, super dash, just down to it.
Sparking, I think sparking's fine.
Sparking, no,
it can use a little bit.
No, here's the thing.
A little tweaking, maybe.
Like instead of making it like. I like how it's if you use it offensively during your combos is different from you. Well, offensively during your combos gives you different combos, right? That's how it works. Like if you activate doing a combo or start a combo, you can extend it because of you doing it that way. Versus, defense. I think the one thing they're going to change. Sorry, the one thing I would know they're going to change on sparking is probably the health recovery. The health recovery, it's like a give and take.
It's a little ridiculous.
Like we've already gotten accustomed to like if they are sparked. You're just like, and you got them in a combo and say it's like the last character. Like you want to spend everything. You want to just get rid of it. But because sparking the rate, like no one, unless you are super like precise, no one can really tell how much health you're really going to recover by the time all your damage of say your level 3 is. If Vegeta final flashes you, and you're like, this should kill, and if you're off even by a little bit, guess what? By the time they get up, all of it, all of it comes back. So you literally wasted 3 bars for nothing. That you see that all too often. That's like one of the most common things you see happening.
I feel like that's okay. I actually don't mind that. That's actually my favorite part about sparking is knowing somebody doesn't know how much damage they have to do.
It's a real comeback
It
mechanic
is.
kind
It
of
is
deal?
actually a real comeback mechanic. My only issue is I think that if they wanted to make this something, use your actual arc system combat and make it so that if I'm doing a combo to you and I sparking, guess what? I sparking and it increases the damage, but it doesn't health recover. If I sparking in neutral, it health recovers, but it gives me a slight bit more damage. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the trade-off. It's not like I'm saying I can never use it in a combo, but we've started doing the whole Marvel concept now, where I'm gonna sparking your level 2 character, your second character if I have my 3 characters.
I'm gonna spark your point character or your battery, and I'm just gonna make sure your character's dead. Of course.
So
that's how it's gonna.
I think they have to start catering it towards don't give them health recovery because they're using it offensively. And I think that would balance out when sparking can be used more universally, and people can say, "Oh, sparking's actually like suited for something now than just being one concept, which is leave it for level 3, sparking all the way
level
up,
3, and try to come back with it, or
because 7 bars doesn't
kill the point character.
7 bars is not going to kill somebody with full life sparking. Now Half-Life, yes, because like characters like Trunks can grab you at like 45 life and you're dead.
I was gonna say it depends on cinematics.
Yeah,
too, right? Like
cinematics,
certain supers versus another one lets them recover during. Like they should fix that. They should make it consistent. Like if you're getting hit by a super, like the entire way, you should just like not. There should be no gap of you just recovering.
I agree with that, but there's some supers that what they do is it'll have like Android 18, when she starts doing the hits, until she does this, the whole charge up part. That's when they start. That's when they start gaining life back,
right?
Which is ridiculous. But if they have level 3. It just slowly like goes down and then ticks right back up.
I think that's one of the things they're gonna fix is the consistency in it.
Fix the damage for level 3s when somebody's sparking. That's all I say.
I just saw the first tweet. I'm praying they don't take away infinites. Infinites. I didn't even think about that. I like them.
I haven't really seen a problem with them.
I have not. They happened. They were discovered. Everyone's oh shit, it's Marvel 2 all over again. Oh shit, it's Marvel all over again. You know, infinites are here now. Everyone's gonna have an infinite character. Someone you don't see it as often. I mean, sure, 21's got herself infinite.
That takes some work.
Because we found out what was it? It used to be we thought you had to do like 16 hits with a beam, blah blah blah, right? In a consistent manner, didn't blow up or anything. Then I talked to Rogue Yoshi. I talked more about it because I talked to him about the Android 21, and he was like, no, the actual way it worked when they found out was if you have to start it with a move that does more than one hit in one frame.
Yes.
So for her, it works because her beam, her fireball is 3 hits in one frame.
Which makes no sense.
And if you have the Vegeta, power move, which is that joint, the one that everybody loves,
basically did it.
And that's it. You just one way, instant transmission the other way, one way, and then that's it. You're done. That is like I don't know if they should take that one away because it's very situational. You need to have gotten those 2 powers, so you have to go up against a specific team to do that.
What if I want to play an all blue team? Goku, Team Gohan. I'm not saying that that's a good team, but like those and maybe Goku Black, like that disrupts everything. So like
like that one
that's
I don't
important.
care. But then what about universally, like across the board though? Just the idea of having infinites. I like them. I actually like infinites in here because you have to really get that. Like you have to work for it. It isn't like Marvel 3, you have a 25% chance of blocking this because you get to TACU. 33. I thought it was like one
up, right,
down. No, left, right, down, up. You can do both ways.
Left and right are the same thing.
Were they? Oh, yeah.
So it's up, down,
no,
right, or left.
No.
Yes.
Hold up. Do we have a Marvel head in the
I am a Marvel head.
I was a Marvel
head.
Up
was damage. Up was damage.
I know up was damage. Down was meter. Left and right was take away meter.
Yeah, so it's 3 options.
You just said
4. Right and left are the same things.
No, but not guessing. Me defending.
Yeah, if you're defending.
You don't press left and I press right and I get to block you.
No, you still do. We'll pull out a copy now and I'll show you.
All right, we're gonna. Yeah, we'll check. We'll play after this. I'm pretty damn sure you.
Positive,
can.
100%.
I'm pretty sure it was a 25% chance. I might be wrong. It's been a while. Anyway, Infinites. I think they should stay. I think they should stay. They're fun. It hasn't gotten to the point where it's broken. I haven't heard anyone really complain.
Honestly, guys, I played Rico Suave. He hit me with a Brawly Infinite. I had no problem with it. I actually laughed. I thought it was funny. Like, I think Infinites are fine in this game. Like, I thought I would hate it more because I thought I would get hit with it like every single time.
Every single time. It's like the whole,
don't.
I don't get to play anymore. Like, you get hit once, it's like you just Put your stick over there.
I'll put it this way: if you're getting hit with it every time, that means you have bad neutral and you're not a good player, and you need to work on that.
Okay,
That's really what I'm gonna say.
Get good.
Like,
got it.
there was no time I ever felt like I'm getting hit with infinites. So, and plus, infinites need meter too. So
Yes, yeah.
Most of the time.
They need resources. They need
Yeah.
resources. So it isn't just really free unless you're 21. And even then, you have to go up against certain characters and
Exactly.
then land the hit. It's not like just
Good luck with
clean
that.
right off the bat. You have to land the hit.
Yeah.
What? She's got amazing neutral. What are you talking
well,
about?
she has amazing neutral, but so do other characters.
Yeah, true that. All right.
But,
So
what else we got
that was
here?
our rant on the system mechanics.
Yeah.
So next is characters. That's when we're gonna hit up with the other tweet from F3
yeah.
Fincho Man, stating that Frieza has been confirmed to be getting buffed. Supposedly, I don't know where he's. Oh, there it is. Vegeta's assist will be adjusted just a little bit to
Again.
not be as oppressive on block.
How
So
many times are we gonna try to fix this
Vegeta's
character?
gonna be dead. Like that character is gonna be gone.
Just leave him alone. Like, take away his
He
DP,
was- he
make
was-
him Doctor Doom.
He was an assist character basically. It's Doctor Suck Ass just like Captain Commando. A great assist, just horrible character. But that's it. That's like all that they've said. I've seen the picture too where they actually listed all the characters they were looking at. They
Oh,
were
really?
looking at tweaking. I don't know if you can make a quick find for it, but I saw like Krillin. I saw
I'm trying to think if
Android 18. I saw Android
where
16.
would I look?
I think I saw Bardock. I'm not sure.
Where would I
Um,
even look for this? That's what I'm trying to
Where
think.
did I find it at? We can always check it out on the following show. But I know there was just a list. That was just one of them. It definitely came from the stream. It was a good amount of characters. I think it was like 12 or 16 characters.
Wow.
So they are looking across the board. And like I said, the problem ones like in 16 definitely getting looked at. As you
Yeah.
can tell, confirmed.
I know
Frieza and
I did
Vegeta.
remember seeing something that he was getting a little bit of a nerf. So okay, my thing is this: Frieza.
Mm-hmm.
Frieza does a lot of damage. All right, I don't think people need to not think that, but Frieza does a lot of damage.
If you like use a lot of resources. Like you need to level. Like
Well, the
level
new
3 is useless, by the way.
Yeah,
the,
no,
the
absolutely.
power up level
Oh,
3
yeah,
is useless. They need to turn out just the level 1 and tweak it down. That's all. If
I
they
mean,
want to see use for it.
Yeah, I mean,
don't
he
see
can,
enough gold
he
in
can
Frieza.
extend combos, but it doesn't really
Yeah.
do much. Though you're wasting a lot of meter for other things. I mean, he has new combo routes. He's doing like 5K almost by himself now. My problem is this: what are you gonna change? Because the only thing I can see you changing is his projectiles.
Are they bad?
No, well. Here's the thing: you can fly through like 90% of them. The only one you can't fly through is his death ball and his disc. So what I'm thinking is, I've seen all his movesets. What else could you change? Like you can't super dash through his upward explosion. Like I don't understand what else needs to be buffed about this character. His damage doesn't really need buff. He has different combo routes, but what would you change about this character besides his level 3, which I can agree with? Like he has 2 level 3s.
And one is 4 damage, and the other is just a power up. Like no one's level 3. Like no one even
No,
goes.
sorry. He has 3 level 3s.
What's the third?
The grounded one when he wakes up, which only happens when he wakes up.
That's if
The
he
air
wakes
one,
up,
and
yeah.
then his transformation.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying though. Like no one even uses like Gohan full potential past level 1. Like, and that's 1 bar.
yeah,
You
because
can
they
use
get
up
they
to,
unlock
you
the
can
new
use up
combo
to
route.
7. No one's just powering up their character with 3 bars. It's just like
Yeah.
a return on that like investment. I don't think it's worth it.
If you haven't died to this character powering up, then you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I do think there are a lot. I think the game should rock a little bit more for the characters at least. The other changes, like, okay, buff characters. Don't nerf characters. Just buff them. The reason why I'm saying that is because we got new characters coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Buff everybody, and then when you see who's too strong, start nerfing them because then we're not going to feel like they're super weak. They're still viable.
Well, that's what they're kind of saying actually at the bottom. They're saying on the tweet, the director said that they want to preserve characters' unique traits and abilities while making adjustments to add variety of competitively played characters. That last 3 just said it. Competitively played characters. They just want the build. They want to see the Beerus. They want to see the Krillins. They want to see the humans play competitively, right? Not just the aliens. Because technically Gohan's the closest to a human that gets. Well, technically the androids too, but they're like half.
Yeah.
Human characters aren't played. Beerus isn't played like that.
I mean,
who else is low tier?
Tien's been played.
Okay, my bad. Tien, and he
Piccolo's
had the,
alien,
and
so
he
we
has,
don't count
and he
him.
has the power of fucking Jay-Z to make
God.
him work. Like that's it. If he didn't have Jay-Z backing him, Tien's mixtape
He got the
would've
rocks
gone-
in his
would've
hand, for
gotten
real.
Nowhere. His mixtapes would have gone nowhere. So yeah, they just want to basically, like you said, boost the bottom tier and just bring it up. Why not just worry about them? And then when everyone's, you get that competitive field going where everyone's playing everything, then make your tweaks. I'm like really looking hard at this first adjustment because this is really gonna see where ArcSys, like if they're saying what they, if they mean what they say.
I want to see if it's
we want to make sure it's competitive, but just slight tweaks. Don't want to destroy a character.
This is gonna be the make or break for them.
We're still gonna see 16. Like afterwards, we should still see 16. Bardock's been doing really good, but I mean, I think he's like very early on.
I don't
know if he was on that list. I doubt it.
I don't think
there
he needs
hasn't
to
been
be.
enough. I think he's fine.
I think him, Brawley, they're perfectly fine where they're at.
Some things need to be tweaked. Like, have you seen that one where his launcher, it's got a weird hitbox where it goes even behind his head?
Okay, yeah, that
like
that
Vegeta vanished behind him. Clearly, like he whiffed, and Vegeta like then got hit. So the animation then started again from him being in the front. Like he actually got down too.
That's like what happens with armor characters a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, that was.
It's really
was
wonky.
So they got some tweaks for sure, but I'm looking forward to the first one. I just hope they just do it right because it's just going to tell a lot as to what direction they're really going to take, and they're really getting feedback from the players, from the community, and really want to keep this like a fun game. Like I don't want them to kind of just start cutting like.
I think it's still
like
too
the
early.
first thing, like Juliano, the first thing he says like, "Oh man, I can't wait for the first patch. They're gonna cut. They're gonna just beat.
They're gonna cut so many characters' legs.
No, they're gonna beat Cell's legs like down.
Bro, I'm already planning to pick up the next character we're gonna talk about here. But before that, I just think that people need to explore more of the older characters and really put work in them. Like, look at Yoshio. Yoshio, she put time into Gotenks.
Yeah,
now characters considered
that's
really
another
super
one.
good. Even Sonic Fox is playing that character now.
Those hidden high tier characters
just break
bottom.
Hit's legs, and then he's not a character anymore.
Okay. All right, so
But,
that's the gist that we got for those tweaks. What else we got on there?
So obviously, guys, I was talking about a little bit earlier. Zamasu fused.
Yes.
We
that's
got
right.
a trailer.
This is hot. This came out today. So we're getting ready for the creepiest of trailers to start.
This is just bizarre.
I don't know what they were thinking about this start. So
I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna just let it rock.
All right, like this. Don't adjust your screen. The man's looking right at your soul.
Right. If you get scared, don't run.
Don't run.
Accept it.
Go back. Like all they had to do was on that one right there, on my man's smile, just like give him the ting.
That's what I thought was gonna happen.
Clean. My man's just like, look at that. That's a top tier smile right there.
Bro, you know they're gonna be good.
I wish I had someone that looked at me the way he looks at himself in Goku's body. All right. So basically, all that happened is he got Goku's hair. That's basically what just happened.
Oh man, this is like
so messed up.
Characters.
So messed up. They have to fight like I'm gonna beat Trunks up.
Exactly right. But what I like is that his flight is kind of really, really interesting. We were thinking it was going to be like Magneto style, but don't worry, that's coming.
I think so.
That was so short. I feel like I need more.
It was the 34-second trailer or 36-second trailer.
All right, so let's really look at
break down from this. What can we get from this?
All right. So I want people to pay attention to this like first combo, right there. So right here, when you see him do fire, God damn it. I'm going to try to freeze frame on the fireball.
Pause. Hit the mute. Hit us with the mute so we can check.
Oh, yeah.
Want to keep hitting. There
so, you know what I can do, actually?
You can play it, play it on
slower.
half speed or something like that.
All right. So you guys will see right here, like, when he does this fireball, that's going to be a main staple where he goes into flight. And I'm positive because you can see the fireball doesn't push him back too far. It makes him kind of, like, do this weird hard knockdown falling. So I think that's going to be a big thing to look for because his flight's really strong.
We don't know how fast his flight is, though. He's going to be the only character that has flight, right?
Well, so you'll see it right there. It looks like it might have invul frames, and beams have a lot of recovery.
That is a very fast beam, too. That's actually a really fast
And he
beam.
still has time to react and punish. Now, I don't know if it was really blocking 100%.
I don't know.
But if he can just float up like that, imagine if he has a teleport or anything like that connected. We're going to see some real problems from this character.
We're not seeing all the moves, of course. This is just a little taste, but different. Looks like he has specific projectiles while he's flying as well. He's got the death ball.
So those two things right there. It looks like he does have his hands out for it. I don't know if he can't do moves. And he's holding
a specific flight mode.
Yeah, like when he goes into flight, he has that, but he can't do any other extra moves maybe.
Interesting.
This character just looks like he has a lot of technicality to him. And I wonder if that tracks.
Yeah, that looks like it could track. If it tracks, that could be like punishable for like as soon as you see the opponent do something, it's just
I
What's
hope
the
this
point?
is level 3.
Like Magneto. No, most likely it is.
It has to be. It can't be anything else.
Because I'm thinking just like Gravity Squeeze. It's like if they did it, like oh, I got 3 bars. You shouldn't have pressed the button. Like,
Bro,
or if you
perfect character
kind of deal.
I think that I like this whole concept behind the character because it is going to transition us to seeing essentially more Marvel players come out who might like this whole flight concept.
Fly on fly
Yeah.
kind of deal. Yeah, there's probably going to be some fly on fly combo. So that's as much as we can take from that. With a trailer coming out like this, most likely I want to say they probably will have a stream, like anything going on
Probably within like the next week or so.
following weeks. Nothing's sticking out in my head. Like,
Well, we still have one more character that's been talked about that was announced with that. I totally forgot to pull it up. I'll definitely pull it up. See if I can pull it up while I'm talking about it.
what character?
So they have Vegito Blue. That was
Really?
he was on the Shonen art cover. And what was interesting about it was we didn't think he was going to be a playable character, but he turned out to be something that was in the Shonen magazine with Fusamasu.
I was completely
see if
sure
I
he was
can-
going to be playable. We data mined.
Well,
it.
we didn't know still. Remember, we didn't know. Well, we didn't, but we didn't know 100%. I'm just looking
right,
for
hit
it.
him right there with the blue eyes white dragon. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it's all this. They're all the same, right?
I don't know if you're gonna.
I may not find it through this. Maybe through Twitter.
But basically, so
but
what you're
yeah,
telling us is,
he is on that.
So
he
he's
is
somewhere
on
on the cover. There's something that just peeked him out.
Yeah, he what was cool was he's so they showed half of it and they only showed him by accident and they meant to show Zamasu. So then somebody actually pulled
okay.
more out and they showed Zamasu was playable.
Got
but
it.
Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, whatever you want to call
Super
him.
blue Vegito. Got it.
Thank you. He was put on that same thing and it wasn't like he was like a non-playable character. They're like he's gonna be playable.
No, he is. He is.
And I am the guy who said I do not want to see Fuse characters. I don't want to see any more Gokus. I'll take it back, okay? After seeing Fuse Zamasu, I'm convinced maybe they're doing the right thing. But give me cooler. Give me
fuck that,
give
dude.
give
Next.
me the characters.
Next.
Give me the characters that
No.
matter.
Khalifa. Or
Well, no, they're gonna come. We know they're gonna come. Bring me some Kabas, some of the other
remember,
characters.
because remember, Cooler was supposedly taking that place. I don't want Cooler in that
Oh,
place.
to
I
take
want
her place?
Yeah.
Oh, they're trashing. They're about to.
Next.
All right,
Actually,
so
well, that does it though. We don't have anything else for.
yeah,
fighters.
nothing else for fighters.
Okay, so right next to we got some Soul Calibur 6. Yes.
Well, obviously we know God of War came out. The new
That
one.
is what I've been playing. That is the ultimate combo game.
Oh, okay. So that's what you were doing today, huh?
I was playing a lot of that. No, today I got to play a little bit today, but I've been playing like every night.
Yeah.
It feels this ain't a mash cast, all right?
Yeah.
So we're not gonna talk about
But-
that, but Kratos is pretty godlike.
But-
Ironically.
Yeah, which is all right. So the thing is, people speculated, what if Kratos, now that the God of War game is out, would be a good addition for Soul Calibur 6? And we kind of already have our special guest character.
Yes, we do, and there's no reason why we couldn't add another one, right? Like, and especially considering Kratos has been in fighting games before, though it was in Mortal Kombat 9, and he was like super brutal, but it made sense. It was Kratos, like he was the god of brutality, like it was literally him. In Soul Calibur, this version of Kratos would work more than the previous one. This one with the Norse mythology, his overall demeanor, the use of weapons, because he has like a variety.
Yeah.
He uses shield, he uses his arm, he uses the Leviathan axe. I don't know. I haven't gotten.
I mean, that's all we saw so
it's
far.
only so far
We'll
I've
put it
been
that way.
in the game, so I don't know if you're gonna get more weapons. Like if you're ever gonna get your chains at one point or a variation of it. But
hope.
They could put that in just with just those three. It could work out for him because you could even have his son as like some sort of assist and moves and stuff like that.
Yeah, that
It
would be
works
pretty cool.
very, very well. So seeing him in Soul Calibur 6 could be a good thing. I'm open to it, but it would have to be this version.
I only fear one problem.
What?
And this has happened before in the past, and it does divide. So, if you guys remember, they did Link on GameCube.
Yes. Oh, you're thinking there's
Then
going to be
they did-
exclusives?
I don't want exclusive characters on different consoles. And
There's
we
only
do
like-
have Xbox One,
There's
we do
only
have
like
PS4.
3, and I don't think it's going to be on the Switch. I
It's gonna
don't
be
think.
PC maybe.
Oh, PC.
So like these are things that we have to think about because like if they do split it up, are we at least gonna be able to like play them on other things? Is it gonna be exclusive and then later release?
That would make the tournament scene just like hate itself because
That's
you
the only
always have to
problem.
keep all the variations on deck. I mean, not PC.
Oh, who do you
'cause we're
play?
not
Oh,
playing it.
I only play this character,
Well, this is
Kratos, on
a
Xbox One.
PS4 only tournament, so you can take that
So-
shit out of here, bro.
So no Kratos for you.
Yeah,
That'd
like,
be so trash.
well,
But
yeah,
well,
no,
Kratos
no,
would be on that one.
Kratos would be on that one.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think it'd be kind of cool. Like I said, I'd be for it. He would fit very well in it. And what's this? It's just like rumor that's going around.
It's more like because of the release of Kratos and
okay,
the
and
new
God of
release
War
of God of
4 and
War.
all
They're like there is some high speculation that Kratos might have an opportunity since he's been in it before. So and they said he did fit the build this time more than anything. So I do think this would be pretty cool
if Geralt and Kratos like met like
Dude,
their interactions. It would be pretty dope actually.
Could you imagine he'd be like the Witcher with Geralt would walk up, he'd be like, I know who you are. I've looked for you for so long, and something's blah blah blah, right? And he's like, I know of you, Witcher. like that'd be so
like
sick.
They knew
I
each
know
other
of
like
you,
that.
Witcher.
It's kind of like the whole you know about the what is it in Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell and like he knows who Snake is.
Yeah.
Like in the previous one, he was talked about. I was like, oh, yeah, there's this one guy. No one. They don't build them like me anymore. Except there was this one guy, Army. He wore a bandana. Then they told him like, oh, he retired. And he's like, oh, it's just me. That was
would
like
be
the
sick.
saddest. That was like the saddest thing.
Damn.
Go look it up online if you ever get
I'll
the
definitely
chance,
have to.
man. Get the fields going.
That's pretty sick though.
I don't know how we got started
It's
talking
all
about
good.
Tom Clancy.
But
It's a fighting game podcast, man.
yeah, true. Man, we talk about everything.
Yeah, we do. But really, like, and then Flex, we ain't got much going on Flex or
Nothing on Flex
the My Hero Academia Nut. That's what I call it. Sorry, guys. Nothing new going on in those fields. But then we got, of course, Street Fighter 5.
yes.
If you guys can hear it, it's
God.
literally emanating. All in the corner. There's like 8 setups, and it's nothing but Street Fighter over there.
And they
then
all
I
are being
think,
played by
and I think
that's
like
still
maybe Unil or Guilty is being played over there.
My
It's
thing
really
is, there's nothing but Falk over there.
of course, for good reason, because she dropped. And we will be talking about her today. We're actually going to pull in some people to talk about, like I said earlier in the podcast, that'll be coming up in the Focus Attack segment. But we're still here on Game Update. So Falk is out. We will get to her. What else do we have? Hidden?
So some hidden patches that came with Falk, which is kind of important because you guys do know, like, come on.
Notorious
When
for
don't they do
tweets.
this?
I hate it when they do that. Like, you just, like, find out. So they just, like, found this out online.
So
like someone's doing
they
some.
data mined
okay.
her through the process. Unfortunately, you guys probably can't see too much of it, but whatever. We're going to tell you about it a little bit. So Abigail got some changes. His crouching light punch is +2, negative +4 on hit now. I don't really understand that too much.
I think it went
Because,
from 2
to it?
to 4 on hit.
Or
It's either.
usually greater than sign means, but I don't know how they wrote this.
Yeah, this is actually a weird notation. I'm not 100% sure.
because this is what they pulled from it.
I want to say it's a nerf because if everyone like who check the comments real quick. Is anyone saying anything about Abigail nerf in FC? No. Keep going. Are we seeing anything? I'm not hearing anything about. I'm not seeing any changes really. No one seems to be too surprised on certain things.
Yeah, like it was like, oh, it's hidden, whatever.
Okay. Interesting. So I think yeah, it's a nerf then.
Yeah,
Plus
so
2 instead of
yeah.
+4 on hit, +1, +3 on block on crouching low punch, so crouching jab. CA collision box now reduced during active frames on Akuma's critical art. Frames nerfs leaves him more vulnerable when something airborne stuffs his CA, leaves you closer. Oh, okay, that's fine.
All right.
V2 cancel from EXDP on Blanca. Now has special tags. Helps for charging during. Alrighty. All rainbow rolls have identical tags.
So I guess now in the air they can charge
some
while
tweaks,
they're on the ground.
V2
while they're in
command
air.
grab is +9 on recovery on whiff.
Oh, because remember he has it in the air too, so they probably made it easier.
V2,
that's
yeah,
all.
for V2, and for rainbow.
V2 command grab +9 frames of recovery on whiff.
Collision now. So it doesn't. Nothing.
These are like little things that.
All uses of V2 can now hit cross up. Ooh, okay. You know what? Actually, yeah. Someone was just discussing about that earlier. One of the Falk players was talking about Zeku, like, oh yeah, his V2 is really good now. You can actually like anti-air way better. So I guess that's
maybe that's probably why.
That's where that's coming from. Because I was like, damn, I don't remember seeing a big patch note list when Falk was dropped.
Yeah.
And I guess this must have been what he came across. So okay.
So
dope.
yeah, thanks
So
Omnius Games.
but apparently there's still more because in the comments they're saying
Yeah.
things like Ryu's Tatsu also got touched, but it's not actually showing up on that list.
Oh no, it showed up a little bit. It was like that whole increase more moves can juggle into it. Tatsu after VTC now possible again. So I guess they just was like, hey, here you go, Ryu. You suck so much. We just got to give you more again.
That Daigo is scared.
Yo,
to
he
play
said
him.
no more Ryu for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so
yeah.
hit some hidden tweaks, and we're probably gonna unearth a couple more as time goes on.
Yeah,
but
I mean they'll probably open it up and find more for us. So
and they're gonna do something when they fix those Fuck animations though. Those things are
her hitboxes
garbage.
suck, man.
All right, so what else we got going on?
So guys, obviously this
okay.
is the coolest thing to me. We got some M Bison
costume.
yeah, he got the Ghosts and Goblins crossover costume. So I'll show you a little bit here.
Like, I don't even know how many people, like kids, I mean, like, you know, teenagers or whatever, even know where this is coming from like that. Like,
do I have to pull up the lore real quick?
This is our age.
Yeah, but before we look at that,
the lore, I know what the lore is, man.
You know what the lore is, but they don't know what this man is right here.
Astaroth, bro.
Like,
this is the game that you had to play this game twice to beat it. Like, you had to beat it twice to beat it once.
That's
the first
stupid.
one was always a dream, and the second one you needed also like a specific weapon on like level 6 to like win.
That's crazy.
But I like the idea. They're reaching back. That's the thing. Capcom's reaching back. You
Very
know,
far.
Jury with Lily was, you know, a pretty big call out. Captain Commando, the Guile. Is it Guile or
Guile as Captain Commando? It was
Guile as Captain Commando, but then Nash as that soldier, that weird soldier costume. Oh man,
I forgot what it was
I gotta
from.
remember where it's from. I don't know if it's Star Gladiator or whatever, but yeah. Now we have Ghouls and Goblins or Ghouls and Ghosts, whichever one you wanna call it out as.
I don't know. I think it looks good. It's a little weird because obviously we got to probably see it.
Like,
we got to see it like in the game to see if if it's really detailed.
His Psycho Crusher is gonna be like so.
I wonder if it's gonna laugh when he does it.
It's gonna look so weird because the wings are just gonna be like. Woo. It's gonna like throw me off.
No, I think it would just be like kind of like how Dimitri does when he goes up in the air when he does DP.
Yeah.
I think it would just be that way.
It looks cool though.
Good.
I dig it. That's like I think the funny thing is those colors. I think the first color is the first run through, and then the second color is the actual like he has a second form.
Oh really?
In the second run through, yeah.
Just so you know, I've only beaten the game once, and I refuse to play
like
it again.
A few select people in the world that could like beat this game like that. Go watch a speed run of it, yo. It's sick.
Forget them. They're gonna make me feel sad.
So did they state a date for this? Like when the actual event's gonna happen?
So for a date, I didn't really see one, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be like one of those. So dropping today. So it came with Falk. It seems like he's just. You can buy the costume.
Really? Okay. Well, I thought it was gonna be one of those get pieces. Well, no, it couldn't be get. Pieces.
No, because they would have said the pieces what they were. I think this is just an outfit you can buy.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Well, out today. Go check it out, guys, if you want to get your Bison on. But you also want him to look like a demon.
This is one you can buy.
Okay.
Purchase it.
It's fitting. I like it. I dig. I mean, it's
pretty
nowhere
cool.
near like what the modders are doing out there or anything, but you know.
I mean, look, if the modders get a hold of that, they're gonna change it really.
Nice try, Capcom. Yeah, nice try.
I'm surprised they give it to Bison.
They're gonna give now. Someone needs to model Guile into Arthur's armor, and that would be sick. Now that would have been sick.
I would definitely buy that actually.
That would have been dope. All right, so with that, guys, that's going to do us for the game updates. Now we're going to run into the randoms of the FGC. We're going to talk about what's going on behind the water cooler, who's talking what's behind whatever curtain. Currently, that's our producer that's behind the curtains over there. Shout-outs to Griff. So what do we got, man?
All right, so obviously, if you guys don't know, if you didn't see at Clutch 18.
I've seen that picture like so many times.
Jesus Christ. Echo Fox signs.
Not that picture, but the one where
he
had the behind him. Yeah, that was
Echo
weird.
Fox signs the Kill Sage to the FGC team. Okay. I called this a long time ago.
You did.
And I was like, if Echo Fox makes any good move, they would pick up the Kill Sage. But we couldn't figure out exactly where he landed. They got Punk. And we were like, okay.
Just here, go for Brook, too.
Oh, yeah. But this pickup was very interesting because he had been spending so much time with Marvel. Marvel's kind of been sinking slowly. I'm not going to call it die. I'm just going to say sinking.
Okay.
To the bottom. All right.
You,
there's tournaments still being ran.
You stopped me. I was about to go in on that one. But
there's tournaments still being ran, but it's been sinking.
There's still love out there for it.
But he still does very good in them. He's placed multiple times.
Fighters he's doing well in.
Oh, God. He's doing phenomenal now.
So you can translate that. A good player, a good player through and through will be able to kind of apply their skills in any game.
Absolutely. And
So,
it was, shout outs to him for doing so well at Clutch as a new member, because I always feel like that's a big pressure thing when you go into you get first sponsorship that's really big.
Debuting
And
at the first tournament with it, and you don't want to bomb, right?
You're like, can I play at a local first?
Yeah.
Let me make sure I can
I just
establish
put the hoodie
something?
on over here first, let the word spread, and then I'll come on. I'm not ready for this commitment. That kind of deal. Nah, man, because you know what? If you're already getting picked up by Echo Fox, that already shows you're already at a certain caliber.
Yeah.
And you should, at that point, you're not scared. You're like, okay, cool. That's just another symbol on my back. Maybe, from what I'm hearing, they treat their people well. I was actually talking to Punk about this, because I congratulated him on getting picked up and all that good stuff. The kill stage, like, he's a dude that keeps pretty cool under pressure, man. So just putting on that on his back, it's just reassuring him, like, you know what, I'm doing good. I'm getting picked up. He's getting taken care of. Now he can travel more, play more, and just be more of a threat in many different places. So I think that would actually probably put him more at ease. Sure, you want to impress, you want to do good still, but you want to do good even if you weren't sponsored, right?
True.
That pressure is still there no matter what. With or without somebody on my back, I want top 8. I want first place. I want to do good.
It's funny. So I'm pretty sure I've talked with him enough. I've spent a lot of time with him. We're friends. And I'm pretty sure he'd be willing to get on the show because he's just cool like that. But one thing I did talk to him about, we were at Frosty Frostings. Just a real quick story, guys. And actually, no, it was actually at when we did the Winter Championships for this.
The
NSG,
the championship series where we did out in AC. Yeah, he was out there. He won. I streamed that.
Yes,
you
did. He's like,
wait,
wasn't I there?
Hold up, I streamed that. I streamed Marvel for that. That's right.
He was the one who was supporting me since Buffalo. He actually was my backing for me, like, actually getting better as a player. But I always tell him, I would be like, hey, man, when's that going to happen? He always have the Echo Fox Scully on.
Really?
Yeah, he always had it.
Always rocked it.
And I was like, it's going to happen soon.
Sending out a simple, just putting it out there.
But I want you guys to understand, this guy is very, very strong in all the games he plays. But not only that, mentally, he does suffer from what other people suffer from, which is, like, lack of faith in their play. That's true. Everybody has it.
Everybody has it to an extent. Like, because you come off kind of cocky if you're like, nah, man,
Yeah.
I hit all my infinites 100%.
I mean, unless you're Sonic Fox, then it's fine.
You can do that in a fur. You can do that in a fur costume and feel comfortable. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can be. You can do you.
know.
You can do you.
But the one thing I wanted to say real
can do
quick
that.
was the Kill Sage does have a lot more confidence and faith in his play now. And I think because he's now under an umbrella that actually supports him and will push him, I think this is going to be a greater – and he's even said it's time to go to greater heights. So maybe the greater heights is being a better spokesman, being like, building his own brand. And I think this is where Echo Fox wants a lot of people to go. And I want to see what happens from here out because they got a hella strong team, man. This team just keeps getting scarier.
They might as well just sponsor the whole damn FGC at this point. Like,
who's gonna stop?
Like, what is it? You can't lose the #1 spot if you own all the players.
I'll give you guys some insight. Something from Havoc Esports, their lead said to someone, I'm not gonna say who. Don't ask how I know this, but he was like, "Man, I'm sick of them goddamn Echo Fox boys winning stuff. We gotta get some stuff down."
Yeah,
so
there's still plenty of people to pick up. Of course, there's still plenty of potential, but they got like a lot of the.
I just love that. I love how it's no longer the players just being competitive; it's the companies now, and that's awesome.
Good. Should be like that. But yeah, congrats again to the Kill Stage for the pickup, man. Hope to see a lot from you, a lot more tournaments.
Absolutely.
Come through, man. Come through. There's plenty of competition out here. I want to see what we got.
So
what we got? Speaking of what we got, what is this?
Oh, I don't care anymore. We can go off on this.
What is this?
Okay, guys. So if you guys don't know, Witch Doctor Gaming Semi-Pro Esports Organization picked up 4 players.
Okay, yeah, you just told me about this.
And some of the 4 players that they picked up was Super Tiso for Pokken Tournament. He's been actually traveling, doing really well for himself. So that's really yeah. He's actually
I know he's always been supporting it. He's actually been a big help in supporting the weeklies here and the monthlies that go for broke as well. He's always I think I could count how many go for brokes he missed on like 2 fingers.
I mean, and the funny part is, he's done V Synergy too. He's been doing that, which is really awesome.
Yes. He's very much a man of the community, especially like not just like his game, but like just all. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He can be very open about it. I've seen the fair share of drama that follows the guy. But, I think it's all in good intentions.
Yeah.
Past that, I've caught I've caught several body pictures of him while being here. That boy, like, he
You
can't
do-
keep awake.
Yeah.
He works hard. He works hard. So.
He did really well this past weekend at Burnside Brawl, which, if you guys don't know, that was one of the bigger, while the Switch Fest was going on, that was also one of the bigger Pokken tournaments that was happening that had high-level skill players that are, like, at least top 25 there. So you're going to get some heavy hitters from, like, Slip and Bug to Burnside himself to H2 commentators and stuff like that. But he actually was able to take out, if you guys remember from CEO 2017, the winner of Pokken Tournament in his own hometown was Suicune Master, who's ventured off to play other games, and Tiso actually took him out. So that's something to kind of keep in note, probably why he's also getting picked up on top of the other various things. Now, I don't know much about Apollo's DOA 5, but obviously I guess he plays Dead or Alive 5.
DOA 5 is still alive, man.
I mean, it's coming back with their new, I'm pretty sure, another pro series. So this is something to keep in mind, guys, that they're picking up players for that. Rice, one of our own local town, hero players, is currently sponsored by them too now, which is cool for Dragon Ball Fighters, and he's been doing pretty well. He got top 8 for the first Go for Broke for Dragon Ball Fighters. He's been doing really well at Hatboro, so he's been placing top 3 often. So now I'm going to see if he can expand outside of it. And then obviously Zangetsu, who was part of them, I believe, before, coming back playing Tekken 7 and Street Fighter 5. So, they're going to see what they can do this year. It seems like they got a solid team to look forward to, I guess, playing these games.
I just know,
no, we can be honest here.
You get to the point where you know everybody in the scene. Like, you've dealt with or cross paths with everybody at some point, whether you're on this coast or they're from the west or north or from the far east, whatever. You tend to meet them again down the line somewhere in some event. It's just funny, like, as soon as this was announced, and you told me, that's right, I remember you told me, and then right afterwards, Comeback, who runs the Go for Broke here, loses his damn mind and goes like, I got more top 16s than all of them combined. This is some bull. I mean, not mean intention like they need to like be dropped. He was just like, this is some bullshit. Because now he's gonna knock on them, and be like, you know what?
What have you done?
Yeah, like, exactly.
Look at my track record.
His resume is looking pretty. I think he's got a free trip to Canada Cup right now for ST.
He does. That's crazy.
Old man games.
Look, it don't matter. He going for old man games, and he still did well.
I just thought that was rather funny. But no, shout outs to all those guys.
Absolutely.
For putting in work, getting picked up. Hope they get taken care of. That's the big thing. Is like traveling is not cheap.
It isn't. And their manager, the actual manager for that team is actually really good. Damien does a really good job with the players. Even if he doesn't know you that well, I mean, knows that your intent is focus and your well-being wants to be.
You're working hard. You're a good person, and you got potential. Okay.
He'll give you a chance. He'll even let you stay in a hotel, stuff like that. So he's a really cool guy. But look, all I can say is I'm proud of these guys for getting sponsored. But please bust your ass, because you can't just keep getting sponsored like some people and jumping sponsor to sponsor. Make sure you work hard with your current sponsor and make a name for the sponsor too. So something to be noted.
Of course. You gotta follow up. You don't want to stay stagnant anyway. That's just a general rule.
Not at all. Yeah.
You don't want to stay still, man. You want to keep growing. So, so we got Summit Up Power. So they had they announced. This was a while back. I don't think I was on the show when the last.
We talked about some of
the
these
competitors were announced. But we have that set. But is this still? Oh wait, hold up. Lost Soul is the first one.
Well, I'm gonna explain because there's new stuff to it, guys. So basically,
Lost Soul's on deck to come on the show soon too. So
the thing is, you guys already know. We talked about last time all the players from Chris G to Apology Man to Leffen, Goichi. I think it was Momochi. Oh no, Kazunoko. And a lot more players. I can go on for days. But those players are currently locked in. So even Reynald is locked in for WNF from winning that, because they did specific locals became qualifiers to be a part of the summit. Him and Hook Game God, because at NLBC
he won
Hook
the
Game
qualifier for that. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, he won the qualifier for that.
Now do keep in mind these guys are already in it.
They're seeded. They're good.
They're good.
There's 10 players already seeded.
Now keep in mind, Combo Breaker is one of the last tournament, is the last tournament, and then being nominated.
Yes, you need to be nominated by the people. Will be selected over multiple rounds of voting, and then you have your nice little list of people here. And that's who I saw. Okay, so
this is the list of people who are currently nominated.
Oh wow, okay.
So Lost Soul, being one of the first people nominated. You can also see their nominations, I believe, if you continue reading. I'm not too sure. But they need to have you first, before you can even qualify for being nominated, just so you guys are well aware, you have to have actually qualified to a certain extent. So, like, you have to place top 8 within any of those any of the qualified tournaments. So, Combo Breaker would be your last chance. You have to be top 8 to be nominated.
To be nominated, and then you're voted on after that.
Exactly. Okay, so then you can go for your votes, find out where you want to go.
Ooh, that's a pretty high bar.
But that's the thing. They want it to be up there.
They want good matches. At
the best of the best. So, obviously, you have Ronan Healy. I don't know if I've known him or seen him, but hey, if you nominated for a reason.
He made it in our pools in final round. I was the only Ginyu so far to place at a major. Okay, there you go.
Now, keep in mind, these guys have all their profiles here. You guys can vote for whoever you like.
Yeah.
I think it's up to 4 votes per person. I mean, 4 votes in total out of all of them. But they obviously have methods Mike and Ike. Sorry, I didn't mean to click on that.
Yeah, sorry, Mike.
They have methods Mike and Ike. They have Fame 96, which is a Pog, obviously. Then they have, I think it's Scrat Vermilion. And then obviously they have Pog Grover.
Temple Nut.
Yep. Temple Nut's in there. Abigain.
On Wake, yeah. Abigain.
Jazz Rap.
Okay.
We got Papa Leo. EMP KDZ.
I thought it said JKDZ for a second. Like, who the hell is that? Yeah, KDZ.
Drunken Chicken.
Pushing up the North Jersey scene. And
then we have Moke. Okay, so if you guys don't know, this guy is godly. Okay.
Moke's good. Yeah, Moke's really good.
And then we have Gario. Okay, you know what his name is. Then you have FP Chavo.
Wow, could Cloud 805's profile pic be any creepier?
Nah, that's how I feel. I always imagine him like that, but now that he's short hair, it doesn't make any sense.
It's super creepy.
We have CLN Yohoshi. I believe that's how I say it. Yohoshi.
Man,
She's
also. You're just on a.
I'm butchering everybody.
Yeah, you
fine.
are on fire.
I usually know it, but But she's doing really well. She performed really, really well.
I mean, she has to. Her first 2 words are "Hey, bitch."
Yeah.
I'm not making this up, guys. Like,
I know, it's right there. Like, it's right there.
You might know me as the pioneer of Gotenks since day uno.
Yeah, she actually was. That's who Sonic Fox went to for all of his stuff. Obviously, we have NRG Super Noon. Super Noon just reaping havoc over there in the West Coast. Then we have Cloud 805.
Yep.
Doing really well. Was actually on the last show for Arc System.
Yes,
playing some Blaze Blue cross tag.
There.
Then we have Echo Fox Punk, who did really, really well at Winter Brawl. Qualified for being nominee. Zom BMU. You're not getting that last name.
Zombu.
Breaker Dave. I know Breaker Dave, so he does very well for himself too. Toki, Kizzy K, and Iron God, and obviously we have another full page of more.
Full, or is it just like
it's full enough. We can go. Yeah, we can do a little bit of it. Kudete, I think that is.
Plague, Ambi, Zerok, Hayden, Ify, Timo. Yep, definitely heard of Timo before. Marvel player. Yeah, I say Marvel player.
He actually looks like he hasn't stopped playing Marvel.
Probably hasn't. Hey, man, gotta show love. SQ, Iconic, and what's supposed to be Great for Man. See, I don't know why it's so hard for you to read, bro. These are easy names.
Nah, man.
Easy.
These are the easy names. Before, those were hard. Super Noon, hard-ass name.
So how many more, do they put a cap to how many people can be voted on?
I believe because in total, I believe it's supposed to be 4 more slots left.
So there's 1 qualifier from Combo Breaker.
So I think that makes it 12.
But then, so then that would leave 7 slots in top 8. So out of that 7, you're getting 4. So that means you have to make more than top 8.
So I think it's 5. I think it's 5 slots left.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be 16 in total.
Because it ties, though, right?
Huh?
Because in top 8, it ties between, I think, 3 spots. So that would make it technically from those 5. Okay.
Yeah, so I think they got their first 8. Then they got Hook and God, Reynald for Reynald for
fights. Yep.
So that made their
the Combo Breaker winner. So
11.
That's another 3. So that's 11.
And then you need to have 5 more.
Okay.
For make it 16.
5. So 5. All right.
So it's probably 5. So guys, if you want, go over there to Summon of Power, Smash.gg. hit these guys up, give them some votes, see who you really want to vote for, read their history. Don't just vote because you like somebody.
Kind of want that Gootanks. Gootanks. Oh my God!
Tanks.
I thought I was past this.
Oh, yeah. You're talking about me with names.
Go Tanks. Go Tanks Pioneer. I want to see if she makes it because I want to see character
She's
variety.
good. She's a good player.
I'm gonna check it out after this.
So, something real quick for you guys.
Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah, man.
We're bringing that back?
So, no, they're getting rid of it.
Wait, what?
Puzzle Fighter is officially closing up. So, like, if you guys have supported Puzzle Fighter since it's been around, which was the phone app.
Oh, that's right. I was thinking the actual, like, fighter, the actual when we actually
fight. Like Puzzle Fighter.
Yeah,
like
the actual fighting one where they did like different cameo. I was like, I don't remember there being a remake of that. It's not. It's the actual puzzle.
Yeah, no. So this is the phone version. If you guys remember this, they
fast. That was
I know,
fast.
right? It just ended.
Died so fast.
I know, right? It was doing all right in the beginning, and then it just. But July 1st will be the last time you can access it on the App Store. So if you want, go download it now. Go play it until July 1st. Because guess what? After July 1st, you cannot re-download it. And then on July 31st, it will cease to exist. The servers will get shut down. And that's it for Puzzle Fighter.
We're going to see cell phones being sold at like $50 million. Like,
it's
got Puzzle Fighter, bro.
All of the characters.
No more. It's
Could
like,
you imagine?
Remember PT? The original Kojima joint, the Silent Hills PT?
Oh, yeah.
You know how many people were trying to sell like PlayStation 3s and shit with that loaded for like a lot of money on eBay because when it got canceled?
Yo, that's crazy, though.
That's all I remember.
That's it for the randoms of the FGC.
All right. So
obviously,
we got the plug-in segment.
All right,
plug-in play for you hardware heads. By the way, shout-outs to. This is not brought to you at all by Brooks, but shout-outs to you guys because they gave us some love at Go for Broke.
Oh, nice.
Gave us a Universal Board Fighter to give out, as well as if you follow Doc Jamma on Twitter, he has another one to give out as well. And we had not his Super Gun setup, but we actually had the Brooks Dreamcast converters, like that aren't even out.
Oh, those.
We had a couple copies. Doc had them, and
sick.
we got to hook up to a Dreamcast with the new sticks, and had even someone daisy chain Brooks converters, and they worked.
What?
That shit was trippy. Like he had a 360 stick converter to PlayStation 4, and then PlayStation 4 converter with the stick already attached, then attached to the Dreamcast one, and the Dreamcast
was there
ran.
lag?
From what I could tell, there was none. And
That's
we were
crazy.
playing Marvel 2 and stuff. Like 10 Stars was here doing Infinites, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it works." Yeah, it was a trip.
Weird.
So shout outs to Brooks.
Word.
This is not brought to you in any way, shape, or form by Brooks, although they have some pretty dope shit.
So guys, obviously you know what time it is. We talk about different hardware and even just different things that you might need. You know, hardware, software, whatever it may be, things that you can use on the road or during your streams or whatnot. So the first thing we're gonna actually have, I actually personally wanted to talk about this because I feel like everybody needs their one carry bag. Yeah. Whether it be to just carry your stick, carry anything.
I like my bags to carry more than just my stick because you can get just the plain old Mad Catz bags or the simple bag that just like we can just put your stick, but you don't have a lot of space. I have the split frame one, but the XL because it needs to hold a fighting edge.
Those are good.
Like it's good because it's like it holds my fighting edge because it's like bigger than normal sticks. Got a big stick, guys, and it has plenty of space. Like I've been able to put that like keyboards, a bunch of stuff in it like to go to lands too. Yeah. So I can just like drop it and it's like stylish enough that it's like it doesn't like it's got the cushion and stuff like that. Yeah. It's pretty sick bag. You know, it's a pretty sick bag. But we got another one. We got the Street Fighter Shadaloo Psycho Transporter XL.
Now, guys, it is a little expensive. This is for your own travel costs. Obviously, this is going to last you for a long time. So Street Fighter Shadaloo Psycho Transporter XL. I've actually gotten firsthand to play around with this. It's actually really cool. One of our original my original New Jersey player, Rao, before he moved to Seattle, he actually has one of these, and these things are large as hell. You can fit your stick in it.
It's built for a Hori VLX.
Yeah.
A VLX is the one, I think it's like
the
big
Dragon.
Enough for you can put like
it's bigger than the Dragon.
Cup, and like you can put like snacks,
guys,
and then you can still play. You can have your opponent's stick on your stick, and you still have space to play.
Yeah. So this travel bag, it is equivalent to. It's a little bit more expensive than the Quambas that came out before.
Yeah, those are like $80 or $90.
Yeah, those are 80. But this, I really like this because you can add a lot of the travel things that you like. So if you have a laptop, this is really accessible for traveling. If you have an extra controller or two, throw it in there. Maybe even a PS4 or Slim or something like that. You could throw one of those in there, and this will carry it all. This does everything.
I think
for
the
you.
embroiderment, like you see the Crusher image as well. Like you actually see Bison Eats actually sewed in on the flap on the inside.
Oh, this, yeah.
Oh,
So,
I thought that was him. My bad. It looked like
No,
it's
no.
kind of outlined like him actually. It's kind of outlined like him, like when he's
True.
like forward torpedo, being a torpedo.
And I think this bag is just really,
That's
design-wise,
dope.
it's really kick-ass, too.
Yeah,
So
it's clean minimal.
that-
I don't like a lot of stuff on my bag, man.
Me neither.
Like to
So-
keep it kind of minimalistic there. But that's sick though. Shadowloo Soldiers Unite. Only 175 of them though. So these are very limited worldwide.
So they're going. There's other versions of this bag, but this is the one I would suggest because it is a little expensive, but it's a bang for your buck and it's worth it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
definitely,
I've only
if you wanna
bought
pick it
one
up.
bag.
You
Like
know what?
I've kept that split frame since it got announced, and I think that was like Marvel 3,
Wow.
Ultimate Marvel at most, at the latest when it got announced.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I've had it since then. It's done one because also it's modular. You can like change
you can,
the
like-
shape on the inside,
see,
and
that's
you
cool.
can just then like make.
Maybe I'll have
Dips
to
and
review that
spaces
one
and
next time
stuff.
because
It's
that one's
really-
nice.
I think
Let's have
it's
'em.
cheaper, so I think it's like $90. I mean,
So-
not to take away from this one.
No,
it's
no,
just
yeah.
still good. So you can get your order at Arcade Shop. Man, those guys have everything.
Yo, you
Arcade
name it,
Shop
they got
has
it.
everything, bro.
But yeah, like this is definitely a bag for more veteran, I would say, seasoned players who bring a
Yeah.
lot of stuff on trips,
Gotta
or
learn
even
to
better
change.
yet, even if you don't play and you're more of a person who likes to just carry stuff and you
Mhm.
want to just show off something that you love. You know, you like Street Fighter, you want to carry some extra stuff, extra equipment. This is it.
You want to style. It's the
Yeah,
way to
so,
go. All right, what else we got here?
So it's two things that I actually really, really, really wanted to talk about because this is a tournament must-have thing, I think. And I say this because these things are like you're playing. Guess what? There's no sound from the monitor because it has a jack in the back. But guess what? It doesn't play sound.
Okay.
So you have headphones, can't hear any sound. This happened to us in Buffalo. This happened to us many times, even in Apex, where you have monitors that could play sound, but there's no speakers. So we're screwed. So what I think you guys should do is a good pickup is, and there's two ones I'm going to show you. This is the VCE 2-pack gold-plated 3.5 mil to dual 1/8 inch female stereo jack adapter. And it's a splitter. What this does is it gives you, but not only yourself, but also your opponent, a chance to actually plug in their headphones and actually hear the sound.
I would be
Refrain
such a
from-
dickhead and just like do something to my opponents once so they always get fucked up sound.
Hey, you do what you want. I'm just giving you the access. That's all. But
Okay.
this is definitely something I think is a necessary need when you're on the road.
Fun tech for $5. I dig it.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
For only $5. And then here's another one if you want something a little bit more like,
cleaner.
you know.
if you need space and stuff too, because
Yeah.
maybe your headphones don't
You
reach
know.
all the way out. No, that's it.
So this is something else that's also cool. It's a little bit more expensive, but keep in mind, guys, these are all gold-plated so that, you do get the best quality that you can from it or whatnot. But at the same time, my favorite part is, hey, guess what? You want to listen to a video with a friend and you're on the road?
or you're on a
get-
date. If you're
Dates.
hanging out with the chunners and
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, you're trying
She's
to
like-
hear some sick
She's like,
beats.
oh, my God. You
Want to hear
make
the CVS2 soundtrack? It's pretty good. Pretty godlike. You want to hear
Beats-
this is
beats
what
in my
this is-
head?
what is it? No, what is it? This is real love
this,
making?
oh, yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, my God, how do you know this song?
Instantly.
And then that's the commercial.
there you go. Yeah, you just play
So-
it the whole time.
So, guys, definitely something worth looking at to pick up these two items, either one or the other, whether you want to do tournament play and you just sometimes get on the road and you have this happen, this nice little cheap. Instead of buying the big-ass Astro thing.
Mezza with the tech for life.
Come on, guys.
coming
I
through.
I
For
want to
your
make
wallet
sure.
and for life.
I
That's
know,
what
right?
Mezza
Cheap
does.
and effective. That's what we need.
Cheap and effective. Those are my
So.
those are my two criteria for going out on a date with a girl. Gotta be cheap and effective.
Man, she better only
That's
eat
what I'm talking
bagels
about.
and donuts.
At least water. Water.
Wa-
That's all you get-
water?
that's all- you only
You're
allow
trying to
water.
starve the girl?
No, it's water, bro. It's healthy for you.
Water
What are you
and a
talking
slice of butter on
Oh, my
toast.
goodness. All right. So
All
is
right,
that
so-
it? Oh no, what we got?
No, so we got one more thing, guys. Obviously, if you're buying that stick bag, come on, we got to start you off if you're a new player. I don't want you to start off with those like little miniature things. Like,
Did you see? So I don't mean to
No,
cut
go
you off. Did you see that engineering stick that's coming out the West Coast? That is just like
I think I know what you're talking about.
unbelievably like a modder was behind that.
I think I
product.
saw what you're
Like,
talking
It
about.
is so clean. I have to like get it, and I think it's like $300.
That's fine.
My Hori
Come on,
Fighting Edge was like 200, and
The
I felt
Dragon's
that.
300 right now.
Is it? Ooh,
Yeah, the
okay.
Dragon's 300.
This
so
this other one I'm talking about is like super clean. But if you don't
We're-
got the money
yeah.
to splurge, all right?
The-
I didn't know what camera I was in. If you don't got the money to splurge, of course, you got the Hori Real Arcade Pro version 5, Kai Fighting Stick for Xbox One, 360, and Windows PC. Of course, these are also I know for a fact these are very mod friendly.
Yes.
You can stick an extra board. I think maybe even a Brooks converter, $30, I think.
Yeah, roughly
Between
around
that, you have 2 generations, 4 different consoles you can play with this. No issues at all. It's a standard. You see it everywhere. It's a good starter. It's Hori. I'm a Hori fan myself more. Everyone likes Mad Cats or whatever, or Razors now. Mad Cats, since they're not really around too much.
Wait, people still use Razor after what happened?
Oh, yeah, they still do.
They're
well,
crazy.
Guess what?
They're wild.
Like, Razor's still around, so that kind of beats out Mad Cats.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
oh, man.
But I've always been a Hori guy. Also a fan of Sako, so I was like, hey, that's cool that I get to, the sticks that he engineers, the Fighting Edge, that's the ones that I like. But Hori in general has done a real good job. They've been in the game just as long, if not longer, than Mad Cats, I think, actually.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Hori has been around longer than Mad Cats.
Yeah,
but
since like
so this one, definitely a standard. You can play it, like you said, Xbox 360 and, of course, your PC. Get your emulators on and your arcades on for just $1.50. That's pretty standard.
Effective.
And if you need to save a couple extra bucks, look at that. Buy it used, $121.
And in all honesty,
make sure they didn't get salty and destroy it.
Yeah, and in all honesty, I think this is a really good buy too, because I don't think I've seen people play on the little miniature ones, the so-called starter ones. There's like $50.
Oh my God, I started on that. I
did too. I started on the Street Fighter 4 one with Ryu and Ken on it.
Yeah.
Yo,
I know the Chun-Li. I thought it was the Chun-Li one. Oh no, it was the
Ryu and Ken. Yeah.
One.
Guys, I only suggest this because I did buy it myself, and I really fell in love with the stick. It's like Dre said, it's very customizable. But do keep in mind the cost is not that much compared to a lot of the more expensive sticks that do require you to a little bit more weighted. These are lightweight. These are very easy to store, and honestly, you barely have any problems with them. So that's kind of like your plug and play for the day. I hope that you guys found something interesting for yourself. If not, maybe throw us something that you think should be reviewed and we should look at and maybe take a look ourselves.
Yep. So I'm down for that. So in the meantime, actually, now that we're done, sorry, I know I was looking at my phone, but I had to double check something. I know we got, this is our Focus Attack segment. Yes, this is the one that I'm actually pretty stoked on. So Focus Attack, for those that haven't actually checked it out yet, it's when we normally take an idea and, something that kind of get the gears cranking in your head, a question or maybe something that's a little more controversial. Today we're actually going to take a little bit of a twist on it. We want to get actually feedback from the people that are out there playing Falk. This did drop. She's been getting played a lot. The tech is getting developed. Her animations are just have to put it out there. But, we figured it'd be a good idea to kind of get, this is for the community, and that's what this whole podcast is really for. So we wanted to get some community members that actually are playing, the competitors, the guys that are hitting Go for Broke, usually getting, actually some of them are usual top 8s. Matter of fact, one of them almost beat Punk.
Jeez.
Got second place, beat Punk only by like the sliver of messing up a super.
And he wasn't using Falk. That's the cool part.
And he wasn't using Falk. He's a ball player.
Imagine now.
So we'll get him out. But in the meantime, I know he just started playing.
Do you want to talk about actually the E-League first? Because that might be a little bit something we can segue into it. Because obviously they're not.
Oh, the show?
I say we touch base on that, and then we can go into the Falk thing because we'll give it time.
Let's do it a two-parter. All right, the E-League show. Okay.
All right, did you get to watch it?
Full disclaimer. I was about to say full disclaimer.
Okay.
I didn't get to watch all of it.
They
were rerunning it all night.
Dude.
I just didn't get a chance to watch it.
Hit me up. I got the tech.
Oh, my God. Did you, rip it?
Nah, dude, I would never do such a thing. Somebody else did.
Okay.
So, all right, from what you've seen, because I'll add on to that. What did you get to see that you probably enjoyed about it?
The big thing that I got to see is, of course, the elimination round.
Okay.
Low tier blow up, out the door.
Dang,
He's still in the house because they need to make drama. I didn't get to watch too much more because my main thing was I want to see the gameplay. I want to see these guys play, right? It's just basically fucking real world FGC. That's all it is, all right? That is literally all it is. Cross Assault version 2.0, whatever. And, I was like, all right, let me see how they're going to do the gameplay. And they just, spliced a bunch of, oh, my God. Get bodied. Tasty Steve drawing on a fucking surface, or that was Sajam or something. It looks like a little kid was, trying to draw on it and stuff. I was kind of okay. It's cool, but I didn't get to see, real gameplay or anything like that, which I thought, I get it. Mainstream TV. Who the fuck is going to be at home watching and be like, that was a good guy. I got to see the whole match, right? I thought that we were going to get kind of the stream.
Yeah.
The stream
effect.
Effect of it. No, it was just super spliced together, and it was just it's generic TV. It was over the top. Man, as soon as he picked Gal, I knew I was fucked. Acting, talking like that.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Low tier God. he's just a regular person, just like you and me. He's just a big teddy bear.
He's like, oh man,
He
almost cried.
He isn't this salt-infused bomb of a dude
Yeah.
online or anything like that. He's not some troll. I mean, people
But it's
say
TV.
I don't know the guy personally. You know, I hear things that's who he is. If you know who that guy is online, his persona is like. But then there's guys like Holland, Omega Nitro out here who's he says he's hung out with him. He's just a really cool dude.
That's what I've heard too.
Back and forth, whatever. But, it was expected. Everyone was just trying to see what that first episode was going to be like. He got eliminated first. That's all I got to see. Was Rob TV just be gangster on TV for
that was
15 minutes. He's like, I'm going to body you 5-1. It was like 5-1.
My man said, I'm going to show you who the real content creator is out here.
I don't know why he threw that out there. Like, the real content creator. I'm like, bro, there's like
30,000 more of you.
If you're not above max, there's actually technically only one or A Core Gaming.
Okay.
Shout out to those guys,
yeah,
by the way.
Definitely.
Awesome work. I don't really know what other content creator. Okay, Vesper Arcade.
Yeah, Vesper Arcade does a
consistent content creator for fighting games.
But I will say
I've never
this.
seen Rob TV's stuff.
I haven't either.
I have never seen it.
All right, so I will say this for just the show, just to kind of like sum it up real quick. I did actually enjoy it. Weirdly, like I felt like I wasn't supposed to enjoy it for some odd reason, but like the confrontations didn't feel like they were there, which is fine until Rob TV did what he did. But you can feel like slowly the animosity building up. I do like that they kind of send them outside of the house. It's not just cross assault style.
Wait, no, I thought he was still in the house.
No. What I mean is like they don't send them. They send them out of the house to do other activities.
Oh, okay.
Like they looked like they genuinely was like actually having fun. It did look like the real world. So I was like, oh man, this is kind of silly. They should just be playing Street Fighter. But they gave them in between times. Now I did talk with a lot of people, including Christy. They all said it's kind of stupid. Mm-hmm. You win and then you're immune, and then you pick the person you want to go into elimination. Then they pick who they want to fight.
Yeah.
What?
I was kind of confused at that. So that's how the whole process works.
That's silly. Look.
Is this what Mike Ross died for our sins for? To prevent this from happening?
I'm going to tell you why it's okay.
Wow.
Because I can't wait to see the second episode. Lupe Fiasco turns stuff. Nah, I'm just kidding.
My
Nah, honestly.
Wait, Lupe's the best fighting game player ever created.
Yeah, I know. He's about to be in the house. He's about to turn things up.
He beat Daigo.
Yeah, you're right.
He beat Daigo.
All I can say, though, is the show actually isn't that bad, as people kind of portrayed it to be. It's not. It's cheesy. Don't get me wrong. But I do like the fact that we do have an actual structure to the show.
Exposure's good. Is that what
yeah,
you're saying?
it's overall, it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. And it's a mixed diversity of, like, personalities.
But at what cost? We know it's fake.
We know it is, but
we know it's fake.
The matches aren't, at least.
Even then, I don't know because I don't see it all, so I couldn't tell you.
I will say this.
But I don't see any reason why they would have, I couldn't see those players or any fighting game player really let TV. I mean, everyone wants to make it right. Everyone wants to be a celeb. Not everyone, but people have aspirations for that. Like, would you go so far as letting your gameplay be affected to have airtime? Would you want to?
I mean, but that's like saying it's okay for you to throw and then get a sponsorship afterwards because you threw. You see what I'm saying? Then they're like, how good is he really? So. I mean, yes, there's an assortment of players people feel shouldn't be on the show. Mm-hmm. Some feel guilty shouldn't be on the show because she was on previous E-League. There's a lot of confrontation with it, but I will say one highlight out of this whole two highlights. One, you get to see the personality of the players, which is kind of somewhat okay.
Personality of a foot. Some of that
I'm
shit,
just looking for the first fight. I'm looking for the first fight.
Some of that shit was dry, bro.
It was. But my favorite thing was the challenges. That seemed pretty interesting. So that mirror challenge,
what was so
that? Okay. So they had to play. They had only like 5 options. So they had like 6 options of characters. They had like Ryu, like Abigail, Zeku, Balrog, and like Fang or something like that.
Okay.
And literally the game was set up like that. I don't know how they did it, but they Capcom customized it, and they had to do arcade mode as fast as possible. But it was mirrored. So they're looking into a mirror. They got to play it like that backwards. It was very weird. It was a weak challenge, but I like the fact that they gave the challenge diversity because the next one seems even more interesting. Like, it seems like the challenges are going to be the highlights of the show.
I don't know what the fuck this show is, like, trying to do.
It's
I
like
saw the
game
preview for the next episode, and they were, like, doing yoga or something, and there's, like, deers.
Yeah, they're like I said, they go outside the house. That's like their
But make it
medium.
something related to the damn fighting game scene.
Well,
like, it doesn't have to be just okay. I get it.
The first one was competition-wise.
Okay, if all right, I get it. Street Fighter is the main thing, and like they don't want obviously
You feel like it shouldn't be
anything
Street
else, so it has to
Fighter.
be Street Fighter orientated. Like, what if they did something cool, like set up I don't know, like a brick wall that isn't really bricks, but you're supposed to like break through with your fist, kind of like Cody did or something.
Or
First
maybe
one to do it with. You know,
or maybe they
it's
do something fun like a volleyball tournament or something like that. Like
I don't know about a volleyball.
no, like or like 1v1
Look,
something.
Man, we're gamers. We don't like to do sports.
I'm saying like give them some actions that are still competitive but outside of the.
They should
outside of
They
Street
should have
Fighter.
like beaten up a car till the wheels blew off, just like in the bonus rounds.
What kind of car is that?
I don't care. Piece of shit
What,
Honda,
beating
whatever.
up
Like
a smart
who
car?
cares? Yeah, it could be something like like the it can't be a real car, obviously. Come on, man.
No.
But stuff like that would have been.
I
Dope,
think they
but,
just
like,
have to intrigue people more and I think the challenges are going to do that because I actually enjoyed watching them do the challenge and they had to like everything was time based, so you kind of got to see some interesting concepts because like everybody's like, oh, we can play Abigail, but it's mirrored, so I don't know if my commands are going to be right.
Who cares?
Or
Just
whatever.
flip your brain. Just flip your brain. I would answer.
JB went like this. He hit random and automatically goes to Balrog. He was like, they're like, he's either got to be the smartest man or he is just crazy. And he won the challenge. So,
there you go.
I mean, it was just like, it's very interesting to see the take on it. There's some whatnot, but that's E-League, basically. It's not real, but it's
When's the
real,
next
I
episode?
guess. Next episode airs this Friday, actually.
This Friday?
Yeah,
Okay,
11
I'll-
p.m.
I'll actually
Only
sit
on
down.
TBS. Only on
Actually,
TBS.
no Twitch this time.
Nope.
Okay.
First episode was the only one on Twitch.
I'll have you send me the tech. I'll actually watch the whole show,
Yeah.
and then I'll check episode 2, and I'll have a much better idea as to what I
Absolutely.
feel. In the meantime, though, I'm trying not to yell. Yo, weapon. Yo. I'm gonna need you, man. I need you. So we're gonna be bringing on a body real quick. So
This is Fault Talk Focus
this is-
Attack.
Yeah, this is Fault Talk Focus Attack. We're gonna get started with weapon coming out here, ultimate weapon, but that's what a WP.
As we bring out a random chair.
for you.
Damn.
Sit down, son.
You didn't even expect
Sit
it to
down.
be there.
Yeah, let me get him. Let me put him on the mic. All right, let me make sure. Here you go. This is all you, bro. Give him a little bit of slack.
There you go. You good?
All right, you can you say
Hello,
something?
hello.
All right, cool. We can
What's
hear you.
going
All
on?
right, bro. Tell the people who you are real quick. Give
Oh,
a quick intro. Name,
I'm-
tag, who you play.
My name is Ultimate Weapon, and I play Balrog. Yeah.
Well, let me make sure.
Like,
the mic
where you
is on.
from?
Oh yeah, we good. Make sure we gained out on there.
I'm from Philly.
Okay.
I first started playing Street Fighter 5 competitively in September of last year.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we got a new character that just dropped. I think she just came out. Was it this week or even yesterday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's dropped. A lot of people instantly like, oh, we got a female Rolento. And by people, I mean that's me instantly. As soon as I saw it, I was like, all
I
right.
wanted to say it.
She's a zoner. These are
Yes.
just impressions I'm getting. So you just started messing with her today, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you just started messing with her. Just initial impressions as to what you're feeling from her.
Very slow. I mean, she is a zoner. I mean,
At the end of the day, that's
she
what
has
she is.
long range.
Uh-huh.
She has pretty good anti-airs too. Her 2 punch buttons.
You got a stick. I hope she
Yeah.
can answer that pretty well. That's all I'm saying.
That sucked.
Yeah.
She couldn't-
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Where you think you're seeing faults in her? So she's zoned, so she's good at controlling space.
yeah.
She's got air fireball, like low profile, and then she has like a standing one too. I can't remember.
Yeah, she has it's like a shotgun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it's not long range though. It's like a point blank thing.
Oh, okay.
Projectile.
All right. So she's got her zoning. Now you said she's kind of slow. I was peeping you out while you were playing her, and that's the main thing. Her buttons just seem like you can't just keep pressing on. Like
No,
I'm not
no,
seeing
no,
you like
no,
pressing
no.
buttons and having her push forward. She is really gonna be controlling space. She's gonna have to turtle out. You think that's where she's gonna feel?
Yeah, I feel like, but in the game of Street Fighter 5, you need like pressure, and like you want to hold forward, because I feel like the defensive characters in this game aren't really good except for like Guile maybe, but I don't know. I mean, this is only day 2, but I feel like, to me, she's not gonna be. At best, she's gonna be mid tier. At best.
Okay.
At best. Yeah. That's just my opinion, though.
Okay, here's the real $1 million question: Does she beat Balrog?
Oh hell no.
He's like,
You're not worried
hell
about
no.
the zoning at all?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
so
Not at all?
you
'Cause
wouldn't switch?
No. Because once Balrog gets in on Falke, she has
no wake up game.
she has a DP, but it's
Huh?
she has a DP, but it's like Ed's where it's slow. It's not like a instant like wake up. It starts being active. It's not like that. It has some frames where you can. So like Balrog can do midis still, and like if you do a midi crouch jab on her wake up, it will whiff, but I can block after.
Oh,
So it's not active right away on her wake up.
Damn.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
That's
Trash.
pretty bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So you
Balrog
can still
played.
do midis again on her.
Okay, so Balrog ain't sweating it.
Yeah.
Any tips? Any just tips right off the bat, like on how to play her? Like that you're feeling that you're like just keep it at this kind of style. Besides zoning, that's kind of like the big giveaway.
I mean, honestly, I don't know. I have no idea.
He's like,
I mean, if
"Don't
you
play
play,
it."
if you play,
That's day two, bro.
it's
Just
day
be like, yo,
two.
it's day two, man.
I mean, if you
don't
play Dawson or Manat, maybe.
know. Okay.
So,
Okay.
I can't even say Gal players. It's Gal is better overall. But
Sounds like
the funny thing is, I think she beats Gal.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Does her gunshot go under his fire?
Under
low
exactly.
profiles?
Yep.
Ah,
I don't think
that's
it low profiles, but you don't have to block low.
why.
If that
Okay.
makes any sense.
So she
Because
probably
it goes under her. It goes under Gal's fireball.
Mhm.
Even his V skill fireball, it goes under it. So, and then on top of that, it's faster. Like Sonic Boom, like heavy Sonic Boom is the fastest Sonic Boom he can do, but it's not as fast as her low shot.
Okay.
So like, if they do it at the same time, he would get hit, and she can recover and block the Sonic Booms. So like, it's not even a trade scenario. She just wins that battle. So
Okay, I see.
yeah,
Okay, I dig.
but yeah, that's
so
pretty good.
overall, underwhelming a little bit, or she's just like, what you expected?
It's kind of what I expected, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, because I don't know. For some reason, Blanca's okay. Blanca's okay, but Sakura, I didn't like Sakura. I don't think she's
Does
that
she
good.
body Balrog? Is that why? That sounds like that's the reason.
No, I think it's like 5'5", but
Oh, you think
Okay.
it's-
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because
It's on the
She has range and
she used
like,
to body and
what,
four.
4? Yeah.
She body a lot of people.
Jab, stop
Like,
everything.
like,
Yeah.
Come on, man. All right, cool. So
But-
Falk will give it. So she's just like
Yeah,
mid at most.
I feel like if they gave her like faster walk speed, because like her walk speed is almost like Bison level.
Damn.
It's
Yeah,
bad.
it's slow. I saw it
It's
earlier.
real slow. Her walk speed is really slow. She has a 20 frame dash. I'm hearing.
We'll
what I'm hearing.
confirm it. We're gonna go up the
Yeah,
tiers
yeah.
real quick. We're gonna get Phoenix in here, and then
so-
we're gonna get MJ.
So real quick, I would just say you want to give people your Twitter, let them know where
yeah.
they can find you.
Yeah, man.
You know, maybe Twitch or something like that.
Well, I am starting to stream more. My stream on Twitch is twitch.tv/the_ultimate weapon. And I need to make a Twitter.
Make a Twitter, bro.
Yeah, you got to do that, man.
Yeah, I need to make a Twitter. Yeah, man. I'm out here at every Gopher Road.
You just
every
took second on the last. Gopher.
yeah,
Oh, congrats,
Saturday.
man.
I'm not gonna
Saturday.
say how, because my man was so tight. Like,
Yeah,
you ever see
I was
anybody
salty.
lose
I was salty.
that you
Man.
you don't go up to your homie and like hug him or nothing? Like you just like leave the dude alone.
Unless they come to you, you don't do
no,
anything.
even then you might want to run away because you might want to punch somebody. like that's what happened.
Yeah, I was salty, but hey.
no, my man, he definitely puts in work. He's at every Gopher Road.
Oh, yeah.
He's always doing well.
I'm here
Definitely
every
He
Wednesday.
reps the Bulls. The
Oh yeah,
Bull right on
I'm
his
a Bulls
cap.
fan. I'm a Bulls fan.
So you know, he plays the what is it, the Raging Bull himself. So
Yeah.
thank you, sir. Appreciate the time, brother.
No problem.
Thank
no
you.
problem. Anytime.
Go get now. If you could do me a favor and get your partner in crime, we'll go get MJ
All
over
right.
here, and then we'll see what a cat like MJ, a Vega player of all things, is gonna say about this.
Oh Lord. And you
So-
know what's funny? All the Vega players have been saying that Vega's trash or saying he's really good.
We're about to find out.
Yeah, because maybe that might be the switch for him. I've talked to him about it a little bit, but
I doubt it.
maybe.
I'm gonna start off with that, right? We'll see real quick as to what's going on. So
come on over,
man. Get on the chair. Get on the throne. So we have here was basically the best Vega player probably in existence, because there's like maybe 5 of y'all that ever existed.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not a lot of us.
Philly local, Philly legend at this point, because he's the only Vega player that puts in work out here. But now you're playing well, you're messing with her right now.
Yeah, still a Vega player for now.
So
yeah,
still forever a Vega.
Mm.
So like we asked Weapon, what are your like initial impressions of her?
I feel like she has a very specific way that she has to play.
Mm-hmm.
She's very slow, and I almost feel like she's meant to be played like a wall. It's very hard to open her up. Once you get in, you kind of can have your way a little bit and kind of force her to DP. But she has a lot of like, I want to say similar tools to Vega as far as the pokes, but it's much harder to get in on her than it is for Vega. Yeah.
What makes it harder for someone to get in on her?
Her anti-airs are ridiculously easy. Because it's like the simple input, she can just DP by pressing 2 buttons, and they can react really late. You can whiff something, and then somebody jumps, and you have plenty of time just to press 2 buttons. So you can't jump in on her. And her forward fierce, it does like a decent amount of like gray damage, and even though it's like -10, it extends so far it's hard for anybody to punish.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where on paper it's like, oh, this is -10,
exactly.
But when you're like about a character away or something like that, when it leaves you at that distance, and there is really no time, there is no punish for that at that point.
So I was watching you earlier play, and we were talking a little bit, but do you feel like she falls under like the first like season Ed came out where she has like, he had those issues with connecting certain combinations, and now she's kind of like, seems like she's having that too, like where she's having real big issues.
Inconsistent is what I'm hearing is like
yes. So it seems like they intended her V skill to be like the combo ender, but there's a lot of situations where it seems like something should connect with it, and it'll just spin right outside of the range. So you got to be really, I guess, focused on the spacing, because it will whiff sometimes.
That's scary. It's actually scary that's like Ed players if they wanted to switch and they're like, oh, I found something that's like could beat the counters that I can't fight Ed with. Mm-hmm. Now you're having that same first season Ed when you just got a buffed Ed that actually doesn't have that issue anymore. That's rough.
Yeah.
So the other thing, I just got to bring it out because this is like the second time I've seen it, because I showed you the clip afterwards. Oh no, that was that clip. My bad. I didn't show you the other clip, but Infiltration, of course, being known to pick up any DLC character, he'll play any character, right? Dude's a monster. He's picked her up. There's been highlights of him playing online, and new character, new hotness, zoning, Call of Duty, War, whatever you want to call it, is what you see the mirror match in. And I got to see it early because I saw it online. I was like, oh, that's just funny. It's just online trolling. They're just like, you're just constantly shooting at each other. Like, no, deadass. Like, Phoenix and MJ were just like spamming each other on the screen, and there was so much like psycho power everywhere. I was like,
is it real?
Like, is this legit? Is this what the mirror's about? Just filling the screen? We're bullet hell. I didn't know Morgan was in this game. Like, her zoning game, like how you were saying, she's basically a wall. Like, how good do you think on par with cats like Guile? Like, how do you feeling her projectile game is? Because I'm hearing from, like you said, Weapon saying he thinks she could beat Guile.
I think specifically she can beat Guile, but I don't think overall her zoning can compare because her fireballs aren't as good. But I think what makes her beat Guile is specifically her fireball, her down fireball, basically punishes Sonic Boom because she'll avoid the Sonic Boom and hit him. So basically Guile has to hesitate.
Punish a boom.
Seems like the counter to Guile right now.
The punish the boom. That's not something you hear too often because boom is like that. Guile recovers so fast.
Yeah.
Like that's the point. Like even if you're blocking it, or even if you have to like anticipate it before it's even shot.
Yeah.
To really get a clean.
You're like, oh, he's charging.
Because even if you see it and then you're jumping, by the time you hit the apex and are coming down with like a roundhouse or whatever, he's already blocking. Like he's already done. So you're supposed to ways that we get around that, like reuse hurricane kick. Those preemptive moves, or like in 4 you would focus through it, right? Like you'd have to like really call it out. Like you can't just it's hard to just punish it, just raw punish it. You're never blocking it and then punish it. That's never happening. I don't think that's actually ever happened in the history of Street Fighter.
Like Super maybe, but still.
Yeah, even then.
That's still
you have
rough.
to use a whole butter bar, right, to get it. So her having that low profile was like an instant flag for me as well, because I was like, oh, she could just duck and just punish him right on the ankles. But then he confirmed it with me though. His V trigger one or his V skill one, also she can low profile that. I thought she could get hit with that.
Yeah.
Because he was stating like, she can even go underneath that. So I'm assuming if Weapon knows what he's doing, he tested that or he just saw it happen already where she can actually just cut underneath. So that means her box is like super like low to the ground.
Jeez.
And it's risk reward wise. Even if she doesn't exactly punish the sonic boom, she avoids it, so she doesn't have to block it. And then
you don't have to eat the next upside down kick or am I grabbing?
Man.
Am I just gonna just flash kick you or something like that? Like just raw, there's some nuts out there. Some people call it godlike. It's pretty nutty.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how that match actually goes because I feel like it'll actually force Guile to jump. He can't just sit there and throw sonic boom, so he'll have to come forward.
That's
not
a beautiful common.
That's a beautiful thing. So, all right, so when we leave this off with you, so what do you think the matchup with your character is? Vega versus Falk. How are you feeling? I asked Ballroy. He's like, I'm in. Like, I can meaty her all day. Like, he is not even sweating her. But it's wrong. Now we talking Vega.
It's tough. I feel like her normals are better than Vega's, but Vega's walk speed can kind of just walk her down.
Yeah, her walk speed is garbage.
Yeah.
It's bison.
I was watching that. Even her dash was bad.
Yeah, exactly.
20 frame dash?
Saying 20 frames probably.
Yeah, I think she has the slowest in the game. They're saying.
Damn. Yeah, Dash players, we going back. We going back in time. Let's go. We good.
All right. So you're saying you're not sweating it too much with Vega. What tools does Vega have that you think is just gonna keep it in your favor?
I think the walk speed, and I think she has to respect the sweep. Because once we get V-Trigger 2 with Vega now, I use V-Trigger 2 for everything, but we get free pressure with the slide, and if she blocks it, we activate. And then I think that's when Falke's weaknesses kind of show, because then she just starts to busting out with DP, because she doesn't even have a 3-frame, so she really has to respect pressure once you get in.
What's her fastest button so far?
4. Like all her lights, I think are 4.
Damn, didn't even give her a 3.
And her lights are short, right? Or are they pretty long?
Yeah, especially the jab. Yeah, which is ironic. I feel like some of her, especially the crouching normals, are better with kicks than the staff because they made her like light jabs and standing crouching light jab and standing light jab with the pole ridiculously short for some reason.
Was her? Because I know this was like something we discussed at Go For. Like, does she have a standing low?
Yes, she does. It's a down forward heavy kick.
Is it that weird animation where she just like flicks?
No, she'll like take a step, like she like stomps
step
on your foot.
toe.
Yeah. And she gets a combo off of it, so she gets damage.
Okay. So it is useful. It's not like in most games
like
where
one hit, just like
you're like, I just got you to back away. Don't ever do that again.
Like the one overhead or something that just doesn't lead to shit. You just do it because you just got it, right?
That's crazy.
And I think it's going to be a big meaty for her because it's plus on block.
Oh.
So you get rewarded for damage, and if they block it, it's like you keep going.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
I can do it again. I can do something. Okay, so she's got some pluses. She's got a lot of negatives, but
it seems like
I couldn't hide that part.
So if you were to put her on mid on any tier level right now, low, mid, high, what are you feeling her right now?
I don't know. It's tough. I feel like she could be a really good character in another Street Fighter game, but
in a game
Street Fighter 4
in another year that wasn't made by Capcom.
In a game with like busted V triggers and crazy comeback factors, I think she's gonna struggle with some of the things that like Vega and some of the other characters who are built around zoning but without projectiles. You can only go but so far without getting crush countered or like this V trigger and then start guessing type of stuff.
Okay. All right. So give me the answer. Low, mid, high. Currently, right now in Street Fighter 5 Season 3.
Sounds crazy. I'll say mid.
Mid.
That's what Weapon kind of said too.
Weapon said the same. He said at best.
Yeah.
He's giving her mid.
I think she could be past mid, but I think it's too early to say.
Of course,
I think right now
initial impressions is all we're holding on. That's definitely what we're going on, guys. Because this, Tuesday, right? Yes.
Yeah, not even 48 hours. Yeah.
Like exactly. Not
Man,
even
she needs some time.
She
needs to sell. Look, she needs to sell her boat with Christopher Columbus around the world before she even gets to that point.
Got to get discovered first. Yeah. She got to get that tech. So all right, cool. So Jay, as you part ways to go do your grind, you got any social media you wanna just plug in real quick? Trade off for your time here.
You can follow me at MJ_gaming on Twitter and MJ Gaming, all one word, on Twitch. I stream several times a week.
I was going to give MJ the thanks because he's the one that designed our layout and stuff.
Sick.
I sent him a couple blocks, some really bad JPEGs. He's like, I got it. And so
Fix it up for me,
everything you
man.
see here on stream actually is all Jay. So good luck. Thank you, Jay. Thank you
you
very much for the time, brother.
Thank you,
I
guys.
appreciate it.
Sir.
I'm going to let you go play your mid-tier, somewhat character. And I'll ask you later why you're doing with your life because you play Vega. All right?
Oh.
We'll see what's up with that.
So.
All right. So those are, as you can tell, guys, those are some initial impressions. We would bring Phoenix out, but he's actually like.
Yeah, he
he
bounced
is
a
like-
little bit earlier, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, like I was gonna say, I didn't
Yeah.
see him earlier, so cats maybe want to get some food or something. They be grinding it out.
Oh, yeah.
So with that, actually, that's gonna end our folks attack segment. Falk, mid-tier is the
Mid-tier.
word in Philly right now.
We're going to see. We got a
We'll
couple
see.
combo breaker coming up. We'll see what she
Yes.
can
I
really.
don't- Is she allowed?
She should be.
I don't
Because
see any reason.
mid-May.
Mid-May? Okay.
So
Maybe.
she might have that time. She might have made the cut.
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. So we might have some
So.
heroes like sneak it in through there.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
So-
people should play her still, just
yeah,
for now.
Of course. But with that, actually, that's going to end our focus attack, and we're going to go right into our mod highlights. We are at the home stretch here, guys, and we got a couple of good ones. I have some in my back pocket, man.
I know you do.
I'm not going to show them
Save
today,
them.
though.
Save
I'm
them.
going to save them for next show because these are some fucking really godlike mods.
And
but,
and please don't talk about that manga mod, that grayscale mod shit that they did. I was very disappointed in that.
No,
I was about to have a fit because it wasn't the same guys.
No, it wasn't.
But so first we got Blaziken obviously kicking into the 3DS version of Smash by Kevin MC Waffle, and it's actually looks really good. It's not a bad model. Like I said, it's for the 3DS version of Smash 4. So you can see here there are still some little bit of glimpses where it's not as clean, but some people have suggested, hey, let me get a hold of it. I'll fix it up for you a little bit more. But overall, I think it's a pretty good job because he's based as Captain Falcon here.
I was about to say, I was like, what character did he swap? But as soon as I saw him.
So he did voice mods and everything. So it's shout outs to Kevin MC Waffle for stepping into there and showing us something new.
Some love for the Smash folks. And Pokken at the same time.
Oh yeah, dude,
So
I loved
I
it
know
when
you
I
was
saw
right
that.
there.
That was really cool for
So
me.
we got another Smash mod? Is that what we got?
Oh yes, this time
This
it's
is
actually for
Smash
Smash 4, guys, and we have the Nurse Peach to go along with the Dr. Mario here.
Nurse Mario?
Oh,
Is that what you were about to say?
I was about to say Nurse Mario, but I mean, nah.
No.
And this one is actually really, really well done. You could see from obviously a little bit of clipping, but nonetheless still very, very clean.
That's pretty funny.
And I like how they just kind of went with the whole theme, doctor, nurse, and
She's never had an outfit like this before.
never,
I don't
and it's
think.
dope. I
Don't
think this
think
would be
about
really cool to see someone like Armada play it if he actually played this version of the game.
That's cute.
But I think they did a really, really clean job here. You could see all her moves from holding the golf.
Yo, what? She takes off her hat?
yeah,
Oh, because her crown, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the keeping still with the same model, having the rainbow and all the other cool stuff. I definitely think that they did a wonderful job here, bringing
That's
out
very
Toad
good.
still.
Now, it would have been cool if Toad also had some sort of
Like-
doctor outfit on.
Or he had the patient outfit.
The patient outfit.
Might have
That
to
would've
suggest that
been,
to
That would have been good. That
So
would've been
that was through HSFR.x, bringing us that nice Super Smash Brothers Wii U mod. So that's pretty cool. Guys, go check that out. Go grab that. I know it's something you might like.
good. Always put me on blast with my damn phone.
And this person has been on this show countless times.
Which one's this one? I didn't get to see the mods.
Oh, man, this one
okay.
you're going to love.
It's been
So
a while since we've had them on.
our
takes it
boy
away.
Monkey Giga Buster with the sick Dragon Ball Fighters mods. He actually did most of the Power Rangers, some of the Power Rangers, and it was really cool because if you check it out here, he did the Green Ranger, he did the White Ranger, and the Red Ranger, and he
Wow.
did this as Bardock being the Green Ranger, Trunks being the Red Ranger, and I don't know who the White Ranger was. I believe
Whose
that
stance
was,
is like that?
like that. That's not Cell, is it? Is that Cell? No, I don't think it's
I
Cell.
can't tell.
I was getting beat up.
Frieza.
Frieza, you're gonna pay.
Let's see. What's the White Ranger say, if anything? Oh,
Oh
there's
no,
only two
they only
clips.
have two. So
Damn, I can't tell who that is.
I think in another one, because he did do a few other ones, but the ones that I want to talk about was also this one. I know you're already lit for this one, but he did the Gold Ranger as adult Gohan.
That is so sick. I'm actually tripping out. The Gold Ranger has a special spot for me growing up, man. That was my joint.
Zeo Gold Ranger,
Even
which is
got
pretty
the
dope.
Staff. It's even open, dude.
Oh yeah,
Like,
bro.
what?
He went the distance with this. Monkey Gigabest are really
that
kicking
intro
it.
is godlike.
I
though.
know,
Like,
right?
yo, that
Oh,
is
I might have to. I might have to
You-
just completely just not care anymore.
do it.
No more
Do it.
online for me. But
That was sick.
taking it to another level because people kept requesting it from him, so he stuck with it. He did Goku Black, Lord Drakon, and Zamasu as Black Ranger, and that's what you can see here.
That's
Come on,
pretty
man!
dope.
Is it not beautiful? This color, the way he did it.
Yo, Sentai
Look at
Rangers.
the detail.
Who's, who has
He's
their
set up as Beerus for this one.
Is that Beerus? Okay, I was like, who's
Yeah.
got arms like that? All right.
Yeah, so it's set up as Beerus. So it was really cool to see that they ventured off. He ventured off into something completely left field for us.
Yeah.
Amazing in its own, and yeah, thank you, Monkey Gigabuster, for obviously always being on this show and putting out some
I
hella.
was wondering
dope
what he was
models.
doing for a while, 'cause I was like, damn, we haven't, like, he was a regular for a hot minute when we started introducing him in, and then, you know, some cats take breaks, or,
Oh yeah,
or you know, you got to, or else you're going to get burned out. But, yo, that gold
I-
Ranger.
it made you want to buy it for
God,
PC and just
was
download it just for that.
disgusting. I might, just for the mod. Like, that was
Yeah,
just
man.
so gross. But then I'll, like, be like, shit, what happened? Like,
I know, right?
afterwards, I'm like, yeah,
Can't,
this
can't
is
play
great.
online anymore.
They're like, oh, okay.
Dude, I might start doing that. I'll jeopardize my online play if I have to.
Jeopardize your online play for that.
Maybe.
All right, cool. And with that, that's actually going to close us out. You know, hope you guys enjoyed those mods. Shout outs to all the modders as well that made it through. We got, like I said, there's plenty that's out there. We're just getting very, not selective, but we're pacing it. We don't want to just put a
Yeah.
whole laundry list in one episode, because I have like at least 3 or 4
I'm positive you
on
do,
deck
yeah.
that I want to show off, and they're all like
There was just too
insanely
many,
good.
honestly.
Insanely good. But with that, I want to thank you guys for hanging out with us live, and of course those that are listening on the podcast. Thanks for listening, and you can check out this podcast on many different platforms. We got iTunes, Apple Podcasts, what is it? Sorry, got to check my notes. All right, Overcast for iOS. I swear I've done this before.
No, I understand.
Google Play Music, Stitcher, Player.fm, Pocket Cast, SoundCloud, Podbean, and if you can't get to any of those platforms, we have our RSS feeds on the mashthosebuttons.com website that you can get any of those that way. And of course, social media. You can check out this show's social media at Double Tap FGC. We should probably like learn to put it somewhere here or,
Yeah, I know, right?
or up there.
It
All
comes
this
up
real
right
estate.
when we say this
Looking
part.
at you, producer. You can check me out at CrashTagVS. You can tweet at me there at any time. Meza, where can they find you? Oh, well. Yeah,
Yeah,
they can
down
find
here.
it right there. Yeah, I forgot.
Jay made these, man.
Yeah.
We got it.
Good
Come on.
job, producer.
Yeah, thanks for putting it
Doing
in
your
there.
job.
Obviously, you guys can find me on Daimyo Meza, Twitch, Twitter.
And he's very active
YouTube.
on Twitch. You stream
Yeah.
a lot of one-off games. Not one-off games, but you stream a lot of independent games. You like to kind of explore.
Yeah, I like to
What's
bring out
out
the
there?
indie games a little bit more, but I am going back to a lot more streaming Dragon Ball Fighters, and obviously I have my sessions on Tuesdays. So guys, please tune in on Tuesdays when we do we call it our dumpling sessions. So because we started eating dumplings during that time, so
I dig it.
definitely check that out.
Maybe I'll peek through.
Yeah, dude, local Philly players come through all the time. We're gonna try to expand it. It's like the IPG sessions.
Oh, those were good.
Yeah.
I remember those days. And of course, twitter.com/MTB site for the Masters One site and Nerd Street Gamers. Make sure to follow them, who've provided us with the stream, the setup, the layout, and a lot of other opportunities down the line that we're going to have with them. So follow those guys on Twitter, please, and also here on Twitch. If you like the show, we have plenty of other things, other people that we host from many different esports titles from all different talent levels.
Oh yeah.
Right here on the Nerd Street Gamers Twitch site. So follow us below if you haven't already. And, of course, Facebook.com/SmashThoseButtons and YouTube.com/SmashThoseButtons. And you can join us also, Discord.me/SmashThoseButtons and Discord. I don't know if it's GG or me /Nerd Street Gamers. I know GG's like if you kind of like
Yeah.
you're in the crowd. I think these guys might be. I'm not sure. It seemed pretty chill, except for that Rob guy.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of douchey. But yeah, besides that, you guys can join us there. Check out all the other communities that we have. Of course, all our other podcasts, shows, and our hosts also hang out there all the time. Play games. Watchpoint Radio is very active out there, and so is the WoW guys as well. Especially with Vanilla WoW going out this year and the newest expansion, there's definitely a lot of movement happening. And the best way you guys can support us as well, besides just talking to us online on social media, giving us some feedback, is of course shares. If you like the show, if you like the podcast, tweet it out when we go live. Tweet it out when we actually release the show. We usually release the podcast the very next day. And that really helps us a lot, kind of branch out. We try to hit as many communities as we can. And you guys have already done a very good job. Our listeners that, we've been growing.
Yeah.
And growing every episode, every year. It's all thanks to you guys, and we appreciate the help. And we appreciate if you guys continue that. so we can have a nice big old family to go
I know,
talk to and have some fun.
maybe
I want to go to every event and just have someone be like, "Yo, Crash," because that happens a lot
yeah,
on the
it
East,
has
and
been
it's kind
happening.
of scary. It's actually kind of scary.
I kind of want to just have it so we all take a big picture together one day.
Exactly. You
That'd
know
be
what?
dope.
Anyone that does find me out in the tournament, I'll gladly take a selfie and I want to tweet it out because I like seeing the people that want to go out and actually listen to us, and that have been for a very long time. So once again, thanks a lot for listening. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us on this episode of Double Tap Live. I'm Crash Tag.
Meza.
Almost forgot your name right there.
Damn.
And we'll catch you guys next round. Peace.